Yo, what is up, everybody? We are in the house. We have a super special episode. We got the Sledge episode. We got a co host this time, Dehater, what it is. He's just teabagging himself. So today we got the one and only Sledge315, Vyrus, Visionary. We got Dehater, the man with the hands and feet, and yeah, so we're gonna do a little bit of like a special episode round table. We got a lot of shit to talk about. Dehater, you want to do like a little talk?
Yeah. So I'm a 25-year-old French Canadian with about 20 years of experience playing video games and video editing, philanthropy, nose picking, food eating, and I'm just here for a good time.
You one time shot a mouse on stream, right?
Yeah, but I mean, like, I deleted the VOD, so it was okay.
What?
Anyway,
I gotta know. My curiosity spikes.
all right, now Sledge, can you talk like who is Sledge, or describe your brother in 3 words? Make
This
it
guy,
weird.
my brother,
Yeah,
in 3 words.
in 3 words.
My identical twin.
Holy shit, you have an identical twin?
No, he's not. He's not. You asked for 3 words. I was like, all right. I mean, that's the closest thing I can nail down for some other people to be like, I get it. I think I understand it. Yeah, we'll leave it at my identical twin. He's not though. Throws everyone off.
Damn, you got me guessing now.
Yeah. We can talk about him in here if you want, in a bit.
Can you like wait, is he here?
No, he's not. He's
Oh,
in Boston. He's in
Stage left. Welcome in.
Yeah. He shows up. Double feature. No. He's me. He's like me, except the only thing I feel that's different is our personality types. But other than that, like interest and all that stuff is like right on the money, in my opinion. So that's why I call him that. And plus, growing up, my mom dressed us in identical clothing all the time.
Dude, me
in
too.
public. Be like, are
100%.
your kids twins? And be like, no, I guess it was just cheaper, or it saved her time. Or I don't know what it was. So, yeah, my brother. Is that what you wanted to know?
If you went to a Batman movie with him, who would sit on the left? Like
Oh, he
Bruce
would.
Wayne movie.
He would, hands down. He's left-handed. I'm right-handed.
Oh, okay.
Boom.
Damn, that's kind of weird.
Yeah,
You
it was
guys to
like
be
it was like the
identical.
dining table too. Yeah, like dining. I know they kind of threw it right. But no, the dining table was like that growing up. Like right hand, left hand. We had to coordinate that because otherwise we're bumping elbows at the table. It's like stupid. Like why couldn't you just be right-handed as well? He's like the only guy, So, no, yeah, he'd be on the left. I feel like there wouldn't even be a discussion. You know what I mean? It would just be like, boom, he would know he's got to be on the left. I know I have to be
Seats
on
on
the
an
right.
airplane, you just switch, like, just because
Yeah. Like we just look at each other. Maybe a little like jolt of energy shoots between, and he knows I got to get up to use the bathroom. So, I mean, kind of cool connection,
Or do you have any? Okay, now the serious question.
All right,
Can you introduce yourself in any? Who is Sledge? Why is he here?
Yeah. All right. Well, first and foremost, I'm here because you invited me, and in case you might have forgotten. So get that one out. But I'm
Fuck.
Sledge315. I'm a variety streamer. I think that's probably the number one thing that people know me by. And I also have a clothing company, Vyrus company, and that's been in business for around 2 years. People know about that. They're pretty familiar. And then also I do design on the side. So those mix of things are kind of like where my online presence is. And like, I mean, even locally, that's what I'm known for. So I feel like that's kind of the number 1, 2, 3s that I have. There's some other stuff on the side, that's side hustle stuff, but it's not even big enough to really even talk about. But yeah, been doing the streaming for about 3 years now. Been doing pretty well. Really happy with the community on that. And yeah, I'm grateful to be on here and be invited on and hang, answer any questions you guys have. That's how I wound up here. Yeah, I guess you guys just went on the browse page and were like, shit, who's this guy? Let's just ask him to be on. So,
Noah, ask a question.
all right, hit me.
Skate. Would you consider yourself more of like a cartoon guy or more like an anime kind of guy? Because I know there's like this huge like people think they watch Pokemon, Digimon growing up in the Western Hemisphere, and they think, oh yeah, I'm pretty well versed.
Yeah, definitely anime. That's hands down. I mean, I grew up watching cartoons as well, but with a full-blown Japanese mother, you get a lot of influence without even trying, you know what I mean? Like, we're watching TV and she's like, "Boom, Pokemon." Like, "I got this VHS sent from your aunt." And I'm like, "Okay." We'd watch it and it wouldn't even be in English, and she didn't teach us Japanese. So we're just sitting there watching the movie on repeat because that's what kids do, right? So Pokemon, Digimon, heavy influence, and then when, like, Naruto hit Cartoon Network and we could actually understand it, it'd be like my mom would cut my hair and I'd be, like, sitting watching TV and be like, "Oh, I love this." Like, I love that way more and, like, Dragon Ball Z way more than anything Cartoon Network gave me. So I don't know if that's a culture thing or if that was just like a that's how it landed up, but it definitely started due to my mom and her background. So anime for me. What about you guys though? You got to hit me with your answers now.
Anime.
Uh,
I speak
not anime,
Japanese.
cartoon. Yeah, no, I think Ed and Eddie, and you get like Curious George, and you get like Franklin the turtle. You get kind of like classics like that, especially like going from like the kids category to like the more grown up. Like
Yeah,
I
the
think,
giant red dog.
yeah,
What
like
the fuck is?
Clifford was
Yeah,
definitely a classic too as well.
that's mature shit,
I
bro.
never watched any of these shows. Like Scooby Doo,
You're too
maybe.
young.
Too
Yeah, but not
young.
not what's new Scooby Doo, like the regular one, like
Wait,
the
how
dog.
old are you guys? I'm too young. What are you talking
Right.
about?
96, right?
I'm 93. What's
He's
Blade?
the
How
oldest
old are
one
you?
here.
You 30? I'm the oldest one?
You
I'm
30.
technically 37,
Oh, okay. All right. So you're the oldest one.
but I
All
don't
right.
tell
Yeah.
my
That was
wife
before my
that.
time. Yeah. That wouldn't go over well.
So, can you speak Japanese?
No. Unfortunately, that's like the number one ask. It's like, oh, so like, you got a Japanese mom. She's been there her whole life. Have you been? And I've been there twice. Can you speak it? Not a drop.
Have
Not
you
a
thought
drop.
about it?
Yeah, I've actually done a little self-teaching, but unfortunately, just with like everything being as busy as it is, like I would have an open time to do it, and then I would like crank it out for like 2 weeks or something, like get it down, get hiragana down, like the writing forms and stuff like that, and then it just like something would come up, and I'm like, I can't prioritize language right now as much as I would love to. I think the one thing I'm grateful for is most of my aunts and uncles can also speak English. The only person that I really can't talk to over there is my grandfather. He's the only one, and he's like 90. So it's like, even if we had a conversation, what would we talk about? I don't really know. So no, unfortunately, we can't. When she moved here, with my dad when they were married, her whole entire idea of America was, like America is the best. Like that's how this country was advertised. It's probably still advertised, and so back then, Japan looked up to America for whatever reason. So she was like, "I'm moving there. I'm moving to New York City." So she thought, anyways, not upstate New York where the cows are. And she's like, "My kids will never need Japanese." Like that was kind of the breakdown of it. And so she at one point was like, "Yeah, I regret that so much, like not teaching you guys that." Because I have some cousins that are bilingual, so they can do it. I can't. My brother can't. But yeah, maybe one day I'll pick it up and learn it when I have some time. I don't know when that'll ever happen though.
Yeah, I can vouch for being bilingual and how sick it is. So I'm sorry you're not. You're missing out.
What language do you speak too?
I'm French and English.
Okay, so you do French as
He
well.
speaks out of his ass.
Yeah, we.
So it's just all like air, like hot air.
No,
Yeah,
no. I mean,
flatulence.
I went to school. Like, I spoke French for like all of my life, basically. So I can
Okay.
really speak French, but I don't live anywhere where I have to. So it kind of sucks.
Are you Canada?
Yeah, West Coast
Okay,
though. So
okay.
like most of like the French population's
Is the
all on
East.
like the East Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is why they pushed it at my school so hard. They're like, you actually don't want to do Spanish because like there's not really any like Spanish speaking access locally. But
exactly.
they're like, it's very heavily used, but they're like, French is actually the closest other language to where New York is because you just go up north and boom, you're in it. Like,
And there's tons of
have,
like tourist and like government positions that like require
yeah,
at least two languages, and they just assume English is like the easiest second language to learn.
yeah.
And, like, yeah,
I wish because it's like French, Spanish, English, all same characters. They add some extra accents and stuff like that. Japanese is just like boom, totally something completely different. Like
Yeah,
you
Japanese
you
is
can't. Yeah,
a
it's
lot.
wild. Although I do, in my opinion, from what I have learned with the hiragana and like their alphabet, like I just felt like it's way easier to understand because you just look at the letter and it's a sound and you just smack them together. You don't combine them. Does that make sense?
yep.
So I like that part, and I think it's easy to learn in that aspect. but that's not even the in-depth Japanese. It's like the bare bones, like I'm a 4-year-old kid trying to learn this language.
So when you watch like an anime, do you watch it sub or do you do dub?
I'm not picky about this. People are picky about this. I don't know if that's, I don't know why that became a thing. We're like, oh, like the English version's crap. Like you got to watch it in Japanese with a sub. I'm like, you're telling me you want me to read and watch the show because I want to hear how the audio sounds better. Like
The
I
voice
don't like
actors can be really bad.
yeah, and that's what people complain about is like, oh, the voice acting can be bad, blah blah blah. I'm like, well, I don't really care that much about it. If I get the plot out of it, I'm chilling because like, who knows? The voice acting could be bad in Japanese, but you guys think it sounds good because it's in a different language. You can't even tell what they
True.
sound like, really. You know what I'm saying? Like,
True.
you can hear their voice, but you don't really. I don't know how to explain it more than that. But they could be bad voice actor. We just don't know it. I don't know.
Yeah, I would agree.
do
As
feel
long as you don't miss out on like the context or like the main narrative plot, like it doesn't really
Yeah.
matter.
I'm a big manga guy though too, because of time. Like it makes way more sense for me to read manga week to week for like My Hero, so I'm way ahead compared to everyone else, and I can't talk to anyone about it. Then watch the show that takes 30 minutes out of every week, one chapter, and if let's say you add up 4 of them, like it's probably gonna take me a total of 5 minutes to read them all. Boom, boom, boom. I'm done. So I like manga more than anything, and that's obviously already translated. So there's no issue there. But yeah, I mean, there's no preference for me personally. I know some people get really upset, and I'm not like, yeah, if I'm hanging out with friends, like, hey, we got to watch it in sub. I'm not going to sit there and get in a debate with them. I'm like, yeah, sure, we'll watch it in sub. Whatever.
Damn, we got a dubber in here. Oh,
Yeah,
We got a
okay.
dubber.
Oh,
Okay.
good
I'll get off the
episode.
show.
Nice knowing you.
Oh, damn. I knew I was going to get heat for that. Someone's going to hit me in the comments and be like, why'd you guys invite this guy on? You should have started with that and just ended it right then.
So Sledge,
Damn.
full-time stream. When did you start streaming and why? The hard
Started streaming?
questions. Yeah.
2017. Like I guess it was end of June, beginning of July. I'd say I don't even have like a hard date, which I should probably go back and look at some point. But I kind of started because I love video games, always have my entire life. Started in Pokemon Green, which no one even knows what that is because it was a Japanese release only. When I was there the first time, my Uncle Shinya bought my brother and me a purple Game Boy with Pokemon Green, and we beat the entire thing in Japanese without understanding the language. And it just goes to show how translatable video games, arts, and all those things can be, and language barriers don't necessarily shut them down. But anyways, got addicted to Nintendo, grew up with that kind of stuff, got into Call of Duty, and then I was like decent at Call of Duty, played on a team once, nothing crazy. Definitely was like a backline guy, not like one of the main roster dudes. And I was just like, I get some really cool plays in here. I get a lot of cool experiences. And I feel that like I'll freak out over like a crazy shot. And I never did any of the recordings to upload to YouTube. And I'm like, maybe I'll just like share this. And granted, at the time I was 24 years old. Like it should have been earlier that I started this, but I was like, I think there's a site that I can do this, boomer ass that I am. I was like, I think Twitch is a thing. I look up Twitch. I'm like, yeah, you can broadcast on here. So I started with that saying I wanted to share experience. And I was like, maybe something will come out of it, but there was very, very low expectations for it. I was like getting excited to get affiliate, you know what I mean? And that happened probably a lot longer than it should have taken because I didn't understand anything about the platform at all. But yeah, then it started to take off a little bit more. But it was 3 years ago to answer that question, and it was to share, my experiences with any type of game that we played, which started with Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, Overwatch. I don't think there was really a Call of Duty that I was playing at that time. So it was mainly those 2 games that were kind of like bringing people in to hang out.
How do you still feel about Overwatch today?
I hate it.
All the way?
Dude, my brother and his girlfriend literally just were like, we're going to play Overwatch tonight. I was like, oh yeah, maybe after the podcast, maybe I'll stream some Overwatch with you guys. And she was like, really? I'm like, fuck no. Like, I just don't like what they did with it. I think they did a poor job. I don't want to even rant. I don't want to make this an Overwatch podcast, but the long and short of it is they had a good game. They obviously added in new like heroes and stuff like that, and that's going to throw your balances off. But when they completely panicked and said we're going to switch this up to a 2-2-2 setup 2 years into the game, I said, why don't you just release a new title and then do that? Like when you actually could like make sense of it. And then they end up going back. It was the worst. Like they did it, and then they were like, all right, well, now we're doing ranked for both. You can do the 2-2-2 setup and pick a role, or you can just do the open queue. I'm like, that's dividing your community up even more. And I just kind of lost faith in it. I like love the concept of the game. I love some of the heroes still. I'll pick it up for quick play if someone really wants me to play it, but I can't play it in a ranked aspect like I used to. So that's my stance. I don't know where you guys sit with that game, but
Yeah, I'm waiting for Overwatch 2.
Yeah, how excited are you for Overwatch 2 and why?
I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited because they obviously stopped making new heroes for this one. I'm expecting that they're going to drop newer ones for that one. They might drop a few of the ones that weren't really meta from prior. I'm not sure. I haven't been paying attention enough. So that would be cool to see. Plus, obviously, they have PvE. So I feel like there's going to be a little bit more spread for lore because people kind of nerd out on that stuff. And it's kind of cool to hear the backgrounds, of each of these heroes or villains in some cases. And I don't know. I think that they're going to be able to restructure and fix their game a little bit more. I hope anyways, because back when it first came out, I played it in beta, and I remember I was like telling all my friends, like, you've got to pick this game up and we have to play it. Like, it was such a good game.
It was so good
And
when it came out.
yes, so good. And like some things like Mercy team resing was terrible. You needed to get rid of it. But then they started changing up like Symmetra abilities, and I'm like, she was a support, and now she was a healer, now she's like what they call support, and like then they made her DPS, and I'm like, what are we like? How did we move her? Like, why did we just not keep what she had? Maybe make it more support friendly, and then add something that was similar into the DPS as like a new hero. And look, it's not my game. I can't make the call. I always will say that you can't complain. They don't owe you anything. You don't owe the game anything. And since that's the case, I left. Like, I didn't keep forcing myself through it, saying, "Oh, they'll fix it for me. They'll fix," because they're not going to fix it for me. They're going to fix it for the majority, which isn't me. So I hope that the fixes come with Overwatch 2. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm excited for, to see if they like figure out which one they want to do. Is it going to be fucking 222 or is it going to be open queue? Well, pick one, stick to it. And if it's a second title, I can't have complaints. You know what I mean?
Have you ever Googled Diva Rule 34?
No, someone's told me about Rule 34 though. Someone's told me about Rule 34, and they say Google it, and I said I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I would. Well,
it's something inappropriate. It's something inappropriate because everyone's telling me like, "Yo, do it on stream." I'm like, "Yo, like as soon as you say do it on stream,
that's
rude. A don't do it on stream. That's a don't do it on stream."
That's very
Put this
rude.
link. I promise it's a new upload. I'm like, "You're a liar. You're lying right to me." And I'm like, and the best part's promise me that when I click this link, it's not going to be the gnome. And if it's the gnome, you're getting banned.
You don't like
give
the
me
gnome?
the answer. I fucking hate that shit.
I love getting gnomes.
Don't waste my time. Don't waste my time. Give me quality YouTube videos that I can actually give you constructive criticism. I don't want to waste 5 seconds of my life looking at a stupid gnome.
Gnome's pretty solid.
And the guy's over here with his fucking dick out, like stoked about it. Like,
good
oh
gnome.
yeah, dude. Like I gnomed Sledge. Like, good for you. Wow. You just write it down on your resume. You're gonna get hired somewhere. Like, fucking killed it, man.
Now we know. Sledge thumbs down to the gnome videos.
Yeah. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. Do you guys like getting gnomed? You guys not like getting gnomed?
Oh boy.
There's gonna be a lot of comments. I'm gonna really do a little bit of the CTAs in here. Okay, so all the actions. I hope you guys knew what I was talking about.
Yeah.
All right. I was like, you guys look at me like, I don't know what that is. I was like, oh shit.
Wait, CTA?
So would you
is that a drug?
No. Would you
CTA is not a drug.
Are you more of a casual gamer or like a very competitive gamer at heart?
I love to be a competitive gamer, but I don't think that I have the skill to be. So more casual. As of late, I've been jumping around, and I used to say I was a variety shooter. I play a variety of shooter games, but now it's really just variety. Like, I just play whatever I'm feeling that day. A lot of it's been Nintendo lately with the Pokemon trends going. Got a bunch of cards over here.
Saw you were playing Sword and Shield.
Yeah, it's just been a grind. I've been having a good time with it. I'll probably be playing that later tonight as well. But it's just, I don't know. I wish I could be competitive, but when you see the people that are competitive and you play against them and you just realize the difference, it's just like, I could maybe get to a level of competitive, but you have to play just that game. Like, you have to play that one game over and over and over and over. And I don't know if I have like that kind of dedication for a game with how up and down games can be. Like, we look at Overwatch and it came and went, right? Call of Duty games, you could be good at Black Ops 4 and be in the pro scene, and then Modern Warfare comes out and you're instantly washed because the game totally drops half the features, and then you've got a whole new move mechanic in, like the sliding cancels. So it's like, do I want to put my time into that? So unfortunately, I think I'm more casual. I mean, my best games are probably Rainbow Six, Overwatch on console, because I was like Diamond, I think near Masters on there, and then I moved to PC and it just completely got washed. And I wasn't that great at Fortnite, not compared to like people like Butt Shoes, because you just dirty. Like, I don't know how else to say it. So yeah,
Yeah. Shout out Butt Shoes. That's a fellow West Canadian with me.
Monster,
link up sometime.
absolute
He's
monster.
so good. He's unreal.
It's unreal. He's crazy, and he's way too fucking like modest. He's like, I'm not that good. I'm like, all right, listen, like you're insane. You're cracked out of your mind. Like every guy I find that plays with me, I'm like, I don't even understand how you can conceptualize this. So no, it's impressive. It's impressive.
Did you ever play League of Legends?
I hate that game. I had an ex,
Oh,
and there's a reason she's an ex
is it?
because she
It?
invited me to play League of Legends.
Oh no.
Yeah,
So you're a
I don't
Dota
think-
guy, right?
I said so and so. I'm not gonna say any names. I said so and so. This isn't gonna work out. Why? You just invited me to play the most resident sleeper game on the planet. Oof.
Oh,
All right.
shots fired.
I lit some fires. Oh, the haters' eyes are about to kill me. Yo, look, I'm just not a league guy. I just feel like
That's
people
fair.
that play league, I don't know, man. You guys have a
They gotta
different
go
level
outside,
of patience,
right?
man.
No,
Like,
no.
yeah. Dude, like learning 100 plus freaking like legends and like all their abilities and understanding like where you need to be and like I don't know, man. It's like Explosion City and someone's like, "Yo, you gotta like back out of there." I'm like, "I think I'm good," and like, boom, I'm dead. And then the respawn timers keep stacking, and I'm just like, "There's no way, there's no way." And I'm just watching like God up on top, just looking at these people, you know, or bunnies or whatever they are, and I'm just like, yeah, this is definitely like way too nerd for me. Like, I'm not that nerd. I need a gun in my hand and something needs to have its head off. And
So you don't
2
like
seconds.
MOBAs like at all? Like no Dota, no Heroes of Storm, none of it.
Dude, I played Heroes of the Storm for Overwatch skins, and I never in my entire life wanted to just end it. That was like brutal, dude. Like,
You're not alone out there with the
Dude.
Everyone hates Heroes of the Storm.
like play it and you get this diva skin. I'm like, and the diva skin was worth it. And I'm like, I've got to play through 10 games of this, and I just don't want to do this. And then they're like, new skin. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be selective with this because I can't just keep getting on this game for a new Overwatch skin, hoping that I can make it through again and not want to be like, I'm gonna uninstall my computer and just unplug everything. Heroes was rough. My buddy loves Smite, got me into that. It was third person, right? A little bit more. It was like kind of like not top down. And that one was all right, but the mode that I liked was like a mode no one liked because it was like in action and all about killing and nothing else. He's like, no, like that's not the main game. Like, what's the main game? We played it, and I was like, nope, it's washed. As soon as we got into the main game, like back to the nerd stuff, he's like, you can't let the people walk through the portal. I'm like, I don't care about the people in the portal. I just want to kill some people. Can we do that? Like, well, you can, but you're gonna lose. I'm like, well, maybe I'll just lose and kill people and laugh at him and say I killed you 7 times. But yeah, that's me with the MOBAs. You guys both like MOBAs, don't you?
Yeah, you're losing me here.
I'm a
You
convert. I don't like MOBAs
Okay.
anymore.
Okay.
You killed
Before
my
you did.
my ability to ask if you're a top or bottom, though. So
Mm,
we'll have to work
yeah.
at it somewhere else.
I mean, preferred bottom if you catch my drift. So I mean, I gotta still answer
We're
that.
jungle, right? Shout out the jungle fam.
Yeah, jungle fan baby. We actually switched that up though. That's not even what it is anymore. It's the real ones. We did the jungle, but the jungle's XQC, and it's really annoying to be attached to that.
True.
And like everything about my branding completely changed. So a lot of the other stuff's still being revamped, like sub badges. I got new ones on the way, but like I don't know. I just was like, you know, you talk about how long I've been on, 3 years, and it was like when you're there and you understand what you have to do, you're like, all right, we have to come up with a theme. We have to come up with, you know, community name. Like you can't just be like, thanks for subscribing and call it a day. That's not unique. It's not personalized. So I was like, yo, I've always liked lions. I fuck with them. I'm like, where'd they come from? And they don't even come from the fucking jungle. I was like, yo, the jungle, dude. And yeah. And that's how that kind of wound up being that. And I was like, all right, 3 years later, I'll switch it up.
So how did you
Happens.
get from Sledge to Vyrus?
Oh shit. Oh, I thought you were gonna ask me my origin stories on Sledge, which we should probably talk about in a bit.
We'll
but
double
okay.
back for that one. We will.
Yeah. Okay. So what was the question again about Sledge to Vyrus?
I'm just wondering, like, how did you make the transition from focusing on just Sledge to like also focusing on Vyrus?
I'm pretty good at multitasking from what I'm told. So I think that one, they're kind of connected markets just because the industry is the same in regards to gaming. But like with what I do with stream and like overlays and design and stuff like that, I've always been comfortable with it. So it was very easy for me to just like say, hey, I want to start a brand. Like when I'm not streaming, what do I want to do? It's like, so I was like, I like gaming and I like clothing and I've had a brand before and it did pretty well. And I was like, do I want to do another one? And I'm always connected with this guy that I've Print Hub, shout outs to them. And I've been with them for 10 years now. And I'm friends with the owner. And I was like, yo, I'm just like itching to start a new project. Like, I just think that we need to do a new one. I was like, yo, what can I do? I was like, what's gaming related? I was like, and can have style. I was like, where do we struggle? And gaming kind of struggles with style. Like you see people with a 1-up shirt and they think they're fucking hot shit. And I'm like, it's a 1-up shirt, dude. You can get it at freaking Walmart. And that's what gamers are wearing on stream. So I was like, I want to be like the Nike brand. That was the whole goal. But yeah, I don't know. I just blended it in in my spare time, and it was a great like funnel because I could just talk about it on my stream, right? You just hang out and you're wearing a hat and they're like, what the hell's that? Be like, it's actually my brand. And then people get more attached because they're like, I know the guy that's doing this, and you can kind of see the back end or hear about the back end rather than just seeing it marketed online and have no idea what the brand's about, the mission, or anything like that. Right. So I'm not sure if that was like the best way to answer the question. Let me know if
100%.
there's something you wanted more out of it.
Well, I'm also wondering, like early origin stories. Like, is it mostly just you who's in that whole process? Do you have like a team, or are we also, like you said, you're reach out to like Print Hub and other people too as well, right?
Yeah, so technically it's self-owned by me and only me, whereas my old brand was my brother and me. And we had 3 other guys on our team, and they were not paid. They were basically given discounts, like really like it's like 75% off, or misprints be like, yo, just take them. So when it first started, it was 100% me. And the thing that I learned from my last brand was I can work with other people, but they've got to be like matched to me. Like if they don't match to me, if they're under me and they fall behind, it kills me. Like I can't, like I need them to do their part as much. And I love my brother, but towards the end, he kind of was like watering out a little bit on it. It felt like there's no shit talking on me. He just maybe lost his passion for it. I'll ship this out tomorrow. That's our rule. He's like, I can wait another day. I'm like, you can't wait another day. Like this person put their order in, and that's like my rule. So like little things like that would add up. We had money involved in like that, and I was throwing thousands in. And it unfortunately didn't get to where it needed to be. So Vyrus self-started, had my connections because I played in music way back. And so I knew Drew from that, and he's the owner of Print Hub. And I've been with him ever since. He's very easy to work with. He's easy to work with for me, and I can come up with custom ideas, and he's pretty much able to do literally fucking anything I need him to do in regards to customization and creativity. So obviously I reach out to third parties for things that I'm not, it's not like I have a fucking print shop down in my basement. You know what I mean? So that stuff subbed out. But yeah, it's been self-managed, and then I've just recently picked up help. I'd say the last year I picked up Scott, and he does a lot. Like this one I'm wearing right now is a design he made, and he's freelanced out. I have C-Tate on blogs. I just picked up Sabrina, and then a guy, his name's Chris. He graduated from Full Sail, and he's doing our esports management, and they're actually on payroll. So that's where we've gotten in 2 years, which is really cool to see. I'm really, really proud of the community, proud of the team, and obviously myself. With that.
Yeah, that last drop you guys did was really successful.
Yes, it was 100% the biggest drop we've had. I was super impressed. You know, like you always want them to do good, but you also have to expect that they're not, because you don't want to like hype it up and then it just like fucking tanks and you're like, I lost so much money on this, and like stress about that stuff. So you just gotta go in headstrong, confident it'll do well, and just see what happens. And then if it doesn't, learn from those mistakes, and then obviously fix it for the next drop. And it did the opposite. It like the hoodie sold out. I just sold another one literally today. Like my buddy came over and he's just like, oh, like, yeah, what's happening? Like, I'm like, oh yeah, we have some stuff here. So he's like, I'm gonna look at some stuff and pick it up, and people are just like on it. And I hope they're not just doing it obviously to support like me. I hope they actually want to wear this stuff. And from what he said, he's like, yeah, I'm wearing it all the time. He's like, I'm wearing your other stuff all the time. He's like, I thought I'd just stop in and see what's up. And I'm like, well, we've sold out of most of it. Just the way it's going right now, because we've got a lot of incredible content creators on the team. I think that's like a big part of the success, in my opinion. I don't know if it would be as big as it is without those guys.
So, Vyrus, if you don't know, if you are watching this and you're like, what the hell are they talking about? What is Vyrus? Vyrus is a collective run by Sledge, as he mentioned. Started, I missed the official date.
2 years back.
2 years back.
2018, yep.
Vyrusco.com. He's got dope tees, dope sweatshirts. I think the last drop had, what was it, like?
We had windbreakers on this one.
Windbreakers, yeah.
Yup.
So I copped some Vyrus for this. So we're gonna do some fucking unboxing right here.
Love to see it. Love to see it.
Yeah, if you wanted like I don't know if this is like a hard question, but what is Vyrus's like mission statement? Like,
it's funny. Like I'm a business graduate. That's what I went to school for. So there are like number one rule, mission statement, and all that stuff. And I'm like, all right, like whatever. Like I get the importance of it, but I feel like it's been developed over time rather than I was forcing it in the beginning. But I mean, our mission right now is just to bring good, high quality, and not too expensive apparel to the gaming industry, which, in my opinion, struggles with the style side. I just genuinely think that there's not a home for it yet. Like when you think of sports, you think, okay, Nike, Adidas, things like that. And when you think of like pure streetwear, it's Off-White, Supreme, things like that. And when you talk about gaming, if you ask someone, what's the gaming apparel line? I think there's maybe one right now. It's Meta Threads.
And they're like
And
Vyrus.
yeah. So, and I'm like, that one, they do good. And I was like, but I want to also like, oh, you got your green screen hitting that a little bit, but yeah, that's basically the mission of it, is to bring, quality to the gaming community, and style, like not just like cheap looking stuff that wasn't, time into it at all, and obviously theme it. So like that collection that you picked up is the Rage collection. So we all know we have a Rager on our team, or maybe we are the fucking Ragers. Who knows? But to have that repped and be like, yo, this is gaming central. It's not just like a cool design and we smacked down a shirt. Like this last drop was a no sleep collection, for the gamers that stay up till 5 a.m. playing League of Legends. Maybe it wouldn't be me.
When I went to go try to pick something up, everything was sold out. Not everything,
Yeah.
but too much was sold out.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem that I'm trying to figure out how to tackle the best, because it's hard to gauge units in prediction for the market without completely messing it up, over ordering, and then you have way too much stock, and then you've lost money because not enough people bought something. So what ends up happening is we do those drops. People set alarms, literally, and that part still blows my mind to this day. That's been happening for like 3 drops. People like, I got my alarm set. They're like screenshotting it and posting it and sharing it. Like, I'm up for Vyrus tomorrow. Are you? And I'm like, I'm not gonna even be up for Vyrus when you're up for the release. But like, that's awesome. That's really cool. So no, it sells out. And I tell people and I warn them, and they just like laugh it off and like, whatever, dude. Like, it's not gonna sell out. I'll pick. And I'm like, no, please, like, heed my fucking warning here. It's like a movie. Your whole village will suffer if you don't buy it that day. Dehater's gonna kick out of this shit.
I'm loving it. So how do you feel about like the other like gaming apparel competition? Like not so much like you can bring up like the esports aspect of it, but I feel like just like other people who are making apparel for gamers. Like how do you feel about like the job they've done on the market and just like them in general?
There's 2 brands that I look at, and they're called Darken and Meta Threads. And they're up the alley of the quality and design that I think that Vyrus brings as well. But what I think that they suck at, and this is no shit on 'em, like, and we were for a little bit on this, is the community aspect. Because I believe that like gaming is very, very like community built, especially these days with it being online versus obviously old Nintendo wasn't that case, right? So I think they kind of suck in that aspect. They do a really good job with collaborations. Like Meta Threads just did one for Dr. Disrespect. He's connected, that brand's connected with like Pokimane and things like that. So they do a good job of like marketing their name out there, and they do solid designs. Like that's no joke. Their stuff's very, very street, very, very custom cut and sew. And I think they do a good job in that department. But I check out their social medias, because it's something you've got to do. You got to kind of build your metric, and you got to build your ideas off others and what they're not doing, and have to one up them. I think they fall short. I think that they fall short on community stuff. And Sabrina is our well, it's not newest anymore, but new employee that's doing the social media, and she's done an absolutely killer job connecting with the community, a lot better than I was ever able to do. So yeah, I don't know. Competitive market's kind of like iffy, like I said. 2 years ago when I thought about it, I don't remember seeing Meta Threads, and I don't remember seeing Darken. They were probably there. They were probably doing the same thing. They probably did things better to get doors open. And it's gonna grow, and more people are jumping on board with it because they see the value in it. So yeah, I don't know. I think
No,
that's
I
kind of the
agree.
basis.
100%. I think like you're saying, like that whole scope of like gaming apparel hasn't gotten to the point where it's like even reached its peak. Not at all.
No, that's exactly it. Like, it's not developed like Nike is, type of thing. And I'm not saying Vyrus is gonna be that. I mean, I have hopes for it to be, like, to see that little devil icon on everything, from clean and classy to just a simple graphic tee, because they do everything. When you look at Nike, their quality is through the roof, or it's a $20 shirt at Walmart and it's just got the logo on the front and people are gonna buy it. So, I don't know how big the scale we want to go with it. I do want to keep the street aspect involved. I don't want to really breach that. Which, if you do with street, it's more limited quantity, like Supreme and things like that. So we're still figuring it out, though. You know what I mean? We're having fun. That's what's important. Like, I think that people lose sight of that, like looking at the numbers too much and stuff. I get excited that we get so many sales, so then I can be like, sweet, we can get a hoodie. You know what I mean? Like, we can get this hoodie style ordered in. rather than sweet, I get to pocket $1,000. Like, I don't care about that. Like, I've not paid myself a dime yet. I'd rather pay my employees, pay the content creators their commission sales, and then get some new designs for the customers to get them excited for the next drop.
When is the Vyrus shoe coming?
Vyrus shoe, dude, we've been thinking about it. But we got to definitely be larger, I feel, in my opinion, to get to that point. I don't know.
What would they be called? Like, what's the name?
I don't know. That's a good one.
Any
You put me on the
ideas?
spot on that.
You know how like it could be like a refresh rate thing, like maybe like 10 toes, 10 hertz.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, I mean, we could. That's the thing. Like with gaming, you could put like any reference to it. You know, I was like thinking lag, but you don't want your shoes to be laggy. That'd be
Yeah,
a
no,
bad thing.
I would not at all. I wouldn't buy it. No.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We come up with something creative. You have to give me more time. I'm a long-term thinker, and I like put an idea on paper, and I'm like, that's it. And then a week later, I walk away. I'm like, what was wrong with me? Why the hell did I think that was it?
Rip it off.
Scratch it. Yeah, scratch it. Toss it in the trash. I should do that. I should physically get a trash bin and just throw ideas in it. Even though I'm like on my notepad on my phone. I'll just take a new phone every single week and chuck it in there. Be like, that phone is shit now. It has a shitty idea on it. But no, I don't know. I don't know what a fucking shoe would be called, dude. Because my instant thought is like, I don't know, rage and lag. And I'm like, I don't think either of those go well for shoes. Angry Shoes by Vyrus. Pissed Off Rage Quitters by Vyrus. Rage Quitters.
I like those. I like those.
Rage Quitters by Vyrus. Pick them up. Like, what the fuck? What would you name them, Blade? You got like one in mind? You don't have to have one. I'm just curious.
Yeezys. Just call them Yeezys too.
Yeezys, dude. We'll call them Veezys. For Vyrus. That's bad.
Veezys.
Cut that out of the video. Cut that out of the video. I don't want any part of that.
I got a fastball question for you. Is there anything you regret about the Spread the Virus slogan?
Nope.
In the light of the coronavirus pandemic.
I don't give a shit. If anything, it's they say good or bad press is always good press. That's what I think. Because there's been people stopping these guys in the gym wearing their shirts to say Spread the Virus. I've literally heard stories.
I want to hear one of these stories.
Okay, well, Biscuit was the one in the gym, and a lady like to him was like, "You should really think about what you wear into the gym." Called him out. Who knows? She's probably into heavy fitness, even though she's not, and she's trying to do a diet with salad only. Who knows? I'm not trying to talk smack, but I am. And basically, he was like, if you maybe just ask the question about what it was before you just assume what it was, like I can clarify what it is, because everyone instantly thinks coronavirus, and I'm like, well, we've been around for 2 years now, and obviously coronavirus hasn't been around for 2 years. Spread virus has been the tag, because the concept is to spread this computer virus to every computer screen around the world, aka our bodies. Our bodies are the the brand. That's where we rep. And that's what a virus is supposed to do, right? It's supposed to spread. Disease or not, I guess. That's the whole entire intent of it, which is kind of weird. But he had to like stop and explain it to her. And afterwards, she appreciated it. And she's like, oh, actually, that's a really cool idea. But people, unfortunately, are looking at face value and calling it a day. And then I know another person, I think their dad told them they couldn't wear it out or something like that. So, I mean, there's been like some issues with it, but the people that are buying it understand what they're buying and they're picking up. So it's not like that big of a deal. And I'm still going to rep it. And if anything, like I said, it's bringing new attention. You know what I mean? Somebody be like, I can't believe they have this. And then it can be clarified online, like, hey, we have no obvious association with COVID. We weren't part of making this disease. We're a clothing company.
I actually heard the opposite. I heard you had like a very large role in manufacturing the virus.
We have a lab. We have a lab, bro. We have a lab there. Where I said that we should be printing our stuff, we're actually manufacturing disease and putting them into PC parts, and then selling them to Newegg. And then when Newegg sells them, you open the package, boom, there you go. Hashtag baby, spread the virus.
What's the weirdest animal you've eaten?
Oof, weirdest. That's a fight between the eel or the octopus.
Eagle? You're serious?
I love eel.
Eel.
Oh, eel. Oh, I heard eagle. I was like, whoa, man.
I ate it.
Whoa.
In the United States of America, I took my shotgun and I shot one out of the sky. A bald eagle. It's against the law. I'm saying this live. Well, not live.
You might want to hold up a flag real quick, or they're going to be coming for you.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't an eagle. An eel, like an electric eel. But I don't know. I don't know what kind of eel it was. More a. I don't know if you can even eat those. They're really good though. They're really good, but that's because of the sauce they put on them. And I don't even know what they call it. Is it eel sauce? Any of you guys have it before?
No.
It's good. It's good. It's on sushi. Like I'm not eating it like with a platter of rice or something like that. So that or octopus. An octopus, I think, would probably take number one because I think that the texture was way more unique. Plus, it's got the little suckers on them still. Have you guys had octopus?
Yep. Love octopus.
Okay. I don't mind it. I just think that it's different. So if you're saying like what's weirder, I think octopus.
I ordered calamari one time and they literally didn't chop it up at all. It was like a whole octopus beak and everything, and they just threw it in the fryer and then put it on my plate.
No
And I'd say
way.
like
So you
it
just
was
like
really good. It was really good until you got to like the heady piece, right? And you're kind of like, oh man, like I see it looking at me. Don't know if I can do it.
so are you supposed to eat the whole thing other than the beak though?
I think you can. I think you can. I don't know if you're
Otherwise, they wouldn't
supposed
serve it
to.
like that because that'd be dumb.
Exactly. And I feel like as presentation goes, like it's obviously cool in some places to do it like that, but I've never gone back to that place ever again
Yeah, because you're like, I'm just here to scarf down, not like
Because of
look
the
at the
octopus.
because of the
like
octopus.
you're
100%.
feeling sorry for it. You're looking down like, damn, I didn't know we were gonna have a one-on-one here while I was
You
eating
open your
you.
to go and you're like, oh, I guess he was to
Oh
go.
shit, I didn't realize you're gonna be looking at me before I threw in the
Yeah.
microwave. Shit, man, that's awkward. What up, Blade? What's the weirdest thing you've eaten?
I don't eat meat.
Oh, that's right. So okay, so
Nothing that
still,
weird.
is there anything? So there's nothing like weird, like
Soylent.
Soylent. You talking about like that mixture of beverage? What's up with that stuff? I heard they got in trouble.
Did they?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. We were just talking
I
about
don't
this
know.
the other day.
I don't drink it anymore.
Yeah, I
I
heard
used
that
to
they were
drink
having
it,
some like
and I swear
bad stuff in there.
Oh, there's bad stuff in there? Wouldn't be
No, like
surprised.
nothing like it's not gonna like kill you, but like they, what I mean, they broke whatever the rules are for what you're allowed to have ingredient wise in the United States or something. Are you U.S. or you Canada?
I live in New York.
Okay, you're in New York,
Yeah.
bro. We should have just been doing this in person.
What is the... Hold on. There's a SUNY that I've visited that's probably very close.
It's probably the one I graduated from. SUNY Oswego.
What's up?
SUNY Oswego.
No. I went to one by Rochester once. Rochester's far from Syracuse, right? I don't know.
I'm in between them. I'm about an hour out of Rochester.
Rochester.
No, yeah, I'm about an hour out of Rochester. I'm not like I say Syracuse because it's easier for people to know. But I'm about 45 minutes outside of Syracuse, and if you're looking at the map and you see the lake, I'm 15 minutes down from that lake, and I'm at that lake a lot. Well, when I can be, you know what I mean?
Are we doxing ourselves right now? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, we're trying to give away our locations for any fans that may want to come into our house and kiss us.
All right, PO box in the description below.
Address in
Yo.
the description below.
PO 315 Syracuse, New York.
And
You know the deal.
Yeah, so before getting away from Vyrus, that's one of the unique things about Vyrus, right? Is you have the content creators.
Yep.
With like there's more of a community role. You have like representatives or whatever, right? For someone who doesn't know.
Yeah, so you want me to do a little explanation on the content creators and stuff? Okay, so the content creators for Vyrus are just selected individuals. I think I'm going to take down the application, so don't even get excited about that. I want to actually take the time to handpick. I think that's important. People will develop communities up the same alley of what I vibe with, what I find to be good to represent the brand. Because there's a lot more than just saying, okay, I pull in 35 viewers. Can you pick me up? And then, everything that we are, you go against. That doesn't make any sense to have you on the team, right? So they're representing the team, just like I represent the team, just like the Vyrus name is represented online. And it's just a group of creators, content creators, mainly Twitch. We had a few that were like kind of on Twitter, on Instagram. We haven't touched any on YouTube yet. And we all get together. We do, community stuff. I try my best. I've talked to plenty of individuals on other teams, and I hear huge amounts of complaints from pretty much every single one of them about what they don't do for individuals on those teams. And I learn from that. And I try my best to supply our team with every opportunity that I can to take care of them and give them the best experience. Because if I was to join a team, I don't want to just be sitting there being on the team and that's all I get. I want it to be like, is there community nights? Is there promotion? We've been doing Vyrus moments where it shares clips of their channels and it hypes it up, has a nice little animation reel and outro that says to follow them on their Twitch. And yeah, it's cross promotion, you know what I mean? What they give in promotion of the brand releases, every drop is huge, and I want to give that back to them tenfold. And I hope in the future we're able to do that.
Dope.
So, are there any plans to extend the virus, like outside of gaming?
Spread the virus.
You know, I don't know. That's a good question. I feel like probably not right now, unless something like shows like a heavy amount of value that does make sense for a lateral change. Because I mean, you look at brands like Carhartt, right? And Carhartt's construction, but they touched into streetwear. Why? Because kids were stupid and bought Carhartt hats and wore them around for style. And they
It's
said,
one of those.
you know,
You become 30, and then all of a sudden you're just like, wow, like I guess this is my life now. Like,
wait, what was that?
You saw nothing. You saw nothing.
Dude, we all saw that was my dog.
We're preparing for
My
the
face
next
is getting
segment.
so red, isn't it? Is my face getting red or is it just me?
You're just excited.
It's just you.
It's drinking. It's drinking. Anyways, yeah, it happens. It's that Asian flush, guys. It's like a 1 in 10 chance it happens, and it happens tonight. So I'm not blushing. You guys are really cute.
I'm blushing.
But it's the alcohol. So, what are you gonna say though, Dehater? I'm sorry. I saw the picture of my dog on the screen. It totally took me away from what you're saying about Carhartt, dude.
segue.
Oh, is it time?
I think
What?
it's time.
Oh
Okay.
shit. What's the time for?
Okay, so we.
Oh, we got some photos.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing. All right, hit me with them. Hit me with them.
He got some photos from.
Oh my god, I'm so
somebody.
excited. Can I pour myself another drink before we get to
Yeah,
this?
100%.
You guys
do
do,
your thing, dude.
do a little startup reel. I'll be right back.
Yeah, so to preamble this section a little bit, we went and talked to some of Sledge's favorite people, both publicly and privately, and tried to learn a little bit more about him and what happens, not necessarily all on stream, but also off stream, and like what got him to this point, how we got to Mr. 315, how we got to Vyrus, and as well as, you know, some little progress photos, milestones along the way. So we're just hoping to fully flesh out
Apparently
the man
there's some
behind the cam.
stories. Right? For some of these.
I love it. Yeah, there's
All
no.
right, I gotta ask. Can I ask, who'd you get these from?
No, we don't dispel that kind of
Yeah,
Oh,
information.
shut the fuck up. All right, here. You want me to move over here? You want me to move over here? Does that work?
Oh, yeah.
For most of these
that's
photos?
perfect.
Why is it blurring me?
All
There
right,
it
let's
goes.
talk about Kuma first.
All right. It's going to keep blurring me. Whatever. It's not a big deal. All right. Let's talk about Kuma.
Yeah,
you
we
want to
can-
talk about
we
what
can-
happened here?
We could take over Noah.
No, it's fine. You've got it right here. We're chilling.
Okay.
It just keeps zooming in on the cats thing. I don't know why. Probably it's not center.
So when did you get your dog, and what was the inspiration behind the name?
All right. April Fools. I got my dog.
I mean, April
And-
Fools.
April Fools. We got my dog. And it was me and my girlfriend at that time. And she's like, I really want a dog. I was like, well, we'll think about the dog. And I talked to my dad because this is his apartment up here. And I was like, all right, he's good with it. So I was like, we end up getting a dog. I'm gonna try to fix this thing again. I'm gonna scooch up a little bit more. I thought it would focus. We're gonna get a dog. I was like, I just want to make sure it's good with him. So we found some online. Long story short, we went to an adoption center, high kill shelters down south, ship dogs up north so they don't have to euthanize them. Found this mother pregnant, happened to be the mother of this dog. So yeah, that's where I got him. From an adoption center 4 years back. It was April Fools. Well, it'll be 4 years this April, sorry. So he'll be 4 in January though. So he was born in January. 3 months later we met, became best buds. You know, pass a drink back and forth, you know, talk about the good old days. He's like, what? Okay, that's Alinity 2.0. I take it back. But the name Kuma means bear in Japanese. Found out it's a very popular name, which I'm kind of pissed about it now. So like everyone calls their dog Kuma. Like I know 2 people like from school that have the name for their dog Kuma, but it means bear. I don't know what they're getting it from. I don't know what their translation is. He's not a big dog. The hater's freaking over there right now. I don't know what is going on. But it means bear because of his coat. His coat is very like woodland like, so I kind of like that vibe, and I gave it to him because of that. I had no idea how big he was going to be, but he's an Australian Shepherd Lab, so I couldn't imagine huge. And yeah, that's the origin. Do you guys want the rundown on what happened to this mutt?
Yeah,
in that
also the
photo?
breed, please.
Sure.
Australian Shepherd Lab mix, according to file. And I actually have a DNA test my brother got me last Christmas that I've yet to test him, but I'm gonna have to do that because like
Like a
he's-
23andMe for dogs?
yeah, I'll show it to you. Hold on.
Oh man.
Got
Can
it
a
on
dog
the other
consent to
desk.
that?
It's this
Like-
right here, dude. It actually comes from Cortland, I think, which is literally like a college here in New York. It's backwards, I think, on your guys' side. But yeah, it's called Embark. You can get it on Amazon. It's not a cheap DNA test.
How do you get your dog to consent for that?
You don't. You
Oh.
don't. What parts do you get your dog to consent to? You take them to the doctors or like the vets, the doctors. Take them
Oh,
to the
you're right.
vet and they can't do anything. You're like, I'm gonna chop this off today, and there's nothing you can do about it. And so, I mean, are we talking consent here? I mean, it's animals, you know. Unfortunately for them, they don't get a choice, but they do get free food, so that's cool. But so, anyways, the story here. I was streaming the day that this happened, back in the OG days of the jungle, right? And it was downstairs in the old office that my clothing brand used to be working out of. And my brother was chilling down there playing his guitar back when he lived in New York. And my dog's outside, and my dog likes to eat bugs. I don't know why. He just chases them. Anyways, he found himself a hornet. Had me a ground hornet. Chases the ground hornet, goes into the ground hornet's nest underneath the deck, decides he wants to go for it. So he starts digging at this hole. The whole entire hive comes out of this thing and starts beating the fuck out of my dog. My dog's at the door, frantically trying to get back in. And I have my headset on. I look over and I go, "Hey, Ronnie, can you let my dog in?" Because I'm playing Overwatch at the time, back when I played. And he's like, yeah, just a second. And, you know, he wasn't lying. He was like, he was just finishing up something in guitar. Then he lets the dog in. The dog walks in. I can't believe a bee didn't come in with him. But none of the bees came in with him. Like, Ronnie got him in. We closed the door, and they must have been, like, on the door. And long story short, my brother's like, yo, there's something up with your dog, man. I, like, look back, and he's, like, scraping his face on the carpet, like, freaking out. So I'll save all the stress about it. I ended the stream, and we went to the ER. Because I had to go to dog ER for this. And he got like shots and stuff, but his face swelled the fuck up. And he looked like a duck in that photo, dude. Looked like an absolute duck. I was screaming at the top of my lungs. Like, I got my car, there was no gas. I'm like, we can't stop and get gas. I'm like, Ronnie, we gotta take your car. My dog's like confused as hell as to what's happening. I thought he was gonna die. I genuinely was like, there's no way. I counted over like 50 stings on his face. Like, the bumps were unreal. But we laugh at it now because he looks like an idiot there. And yeah, that's the day that my dog got attacked by hornets.
That's rough.
Was that a pun?
Oh
Oh,
my god.
that's yeah.
Oh my god.
That's
rough.
Wolf.
Woof. Woof.
Okay, that's a sad story.
It is a sad story.
What is this?
This is a half year story.
Wow. You guys want to know a little thing about me? I've never once smoked weed or a cigarette my entire life. So what you're seeing right here is fake. That is
Hey.
100%
Oh, this is shocked?
No, that's 100% me with someone's cigarette, jokingly pretending to light it and have someone take a photo as a joke because we were stupid. And look at me wearing a Carhartt hat back then. I was one of the fucks I was talking about. You put yours on.
I got your merch.
Jesus. So
Wait, what the hell? You guys all have this Carhartt thing. What the fuck is this?
I'm telling you, bro, it's a street thing, bro. Like people rock that shit. People still rock Carhartt to this day. Like they had to make a street brand branch their company because there's people that would just buy their shit to wear it as a fashion statement, even though it's for construction and like hard labor. Weird.
What?
I know.
It's the work in progress line.
Yeah, something.
So
something
everyone
like
has
that.
a Carhartt beanie?
I mean, I have one. I have two.
What the fuck? It has 40
Yeah.
It has 40,000 ratings on Amazon.
Yeah, they're just readily available for everyone.
Oh yeah, Carhartt crushes it. Like their intent was not to start a street brand though. Like they have a store and it's country as shit, and they use wood pallets for displays. Like they're not street at all. But they were like, we'll put one out with camo just for the hell of it. And people were like, that's style, and they just like rock it. So that's what happened. But yeah, that photo right there, because we like to joke around. That's my boy Jesse. I don't really hang out with him anymore. Not anything bad. I just don't hang out with him anymore. But yeah, we must have found a fucking box of cigarettes or a pack of cigarettes. I'm such a fucking virgin, dude. A pack of cigarettes sitting on the table or something. And we said, let's pretend we're going to smoke it. We definitely didn't smoke it, though. We definitely didn't smoke it. The only time I ever inhaled cigarette smoke was a girl blew it in my mouth when we were making out. She thought it was hot. And I was like, all right, well.
The French inhale. Yes, yes.
Yeah, is that what they're... Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you would know, Frenchie. So, yeah, no. So French inhale.
Yeah.
That's
So
how
is
it
this
is.
one of the photos
So
from
this
one of
is-
your Outer Banks trips, like to the vacation house, or is this
Oh
like
my
a,
God, you had a full-on conversation with someone. Who the fuck did you
it's like,
talk to? You
did
talked to my
Jared
brother.
take this photo, or is that Colton?
Oh
or...
no, who did you talk to? Who did you talk to? I don't know. It's kind of looks like it's my place. Honestly. Hold up. Let me I don't know, man. That kind of looks like my place. I think
So
that's my
isn't-
place.
This isn't out like Clarkson or anything like that. This isn't like that.
Oh my God, this is out of hand. You know way too much. Who did you talk to? You got a hold of my Facebook.
We
friends.
have to know. You're Sledge315,
what is
right?
the Chiboni crew?
What the fuck is this shit, dude? I don't even know what this photo is. This is the problem with me. My memory is so bad. All right, well, Ronnie's the one right there. And then Nard Bomber, or Jared, as he just mentions, the guy with the big beard. I'm in the back. And then Tyler, who's no longer with us. He is, but he lives in New York City.
Oh my God.
On the right.
Yeah, oh my
Staged
God.
like he died, bro.
You guys like, oh shit, what? So we used to call, okay, Ronnie used to be on a big workout kick. Long story short, he ate Chobani like every single day. So we call him Ronnie Chobani. All right. That was his nickname. So I think we must have been at Walmart and we're like, whoa, hold on. Like, Ryan, this is the yogurt you eat, right? He's like, yeah. And we would always just like push buttons and crack jokes. We got to take a photo with this. Maybe we'll get like sponsored or something. So that's probably what happened here. I think the dumbest part of this photo is my brother because he's holding his credit card in the photo.
Oh shit. Too small.
That right there. Yeah, that right there is a problem. But yeah. I don't
That
really
card's
know.
probably expired.
There's not a full memory attached to that one. Like, you're showing me photos I don't even know about.
Yes,
Just
it's
let
fine.
you know.
So this is your
All right.
brother, Ronnie?
This is my brother Ronnie and me, and here's the wild part. We face swapped. But they look kind of the same.
Shit.
They look kind of the same. Because, like I said, we're kind of identical twins without being identical twins. Like, if I didn't wear glasses, if I didn't have long hair or a nose ring, and we walked in the same room with the same haircut, and you looked at us at a quick glance, someone would probably think we're the same person. So we did a face swap as a joke, I think, because we're like, yo, like, let's see how like well it does it. And we were, obviously losing it because we look like this person. I mean, but that's the breakdown. That's the breakdown on that.
And we're back.
Did I freeze? Yeah, I did, didn't I?
Discord shenanigans.
I think, yeah, I don't know, because my side, I'm still moving.
You're good now.
And I'm like,
Is that you in the restaurant?
Someone's downloading porn at my place.
Oh.
Dun. Technical difficulty.
Do you hear me?
Watch it itself.
Okay, I think we're back.
We can hear you.
Yeah. No, I think we're good now.
Yeah.
Am I cutting out? Do I need to disconnect and reconnect quick?
No, you're good. It's
Okay,
just
cool.
lagging for a second.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, yeah, no. So that's about it for that story. We just face swapped.
How old is Ronnie?
He's 28 and I'm 27, and my parents are busy. All right, that's all I'm gonna say because we're not even a year apart. We are the same age for like 2.5 weeks. So
That's hilarious.
that's the joke. That's the joke. I growing up was like, hey, look, how old are you, Ronnie? He's like, I'm 12. I'm like, you're not. You're 11 because I'm also 11, bitch. And that was kind of the deal with that. I must have been drunk in this photo. I look like a country bumfuck here. I mean, that's probably what I always look like. As to why I have one finger on my dog, I don't know. But that right there had to have been taken, like I said, about 3 to 4 years ago. Pushing 4 years. Me and Tyler
iPhone
construction.
might date the photo, right? Like, what iPhone is that?
Oh, I got a 7 right now, and it's definitely not the 7. That thing's got to be like a 4, right?
Looks
I
like
think
a
it's big.
touch almost.
It's big, dude. That thing's like a 4. Half the people probably watching this video right now weren't even born. You know? But yeah, that's just someone caught me chilling my bops. Now currently there's the same exact bed to my right over here, and there's a kitten in that bed. My dog is somewhere else. He's a lot bigger. That was the origin stories though, right there. And it almost looks like I have a bunch of facial hair, but I don't. Like, that's not even possible. You guys see that? Does it look like I have some scruff there or something?
It's some good shading.
There's a stink bug that just flew in. I'm gonna let you guys. Noah's in charge.
Oh
You
no.
deal with this.
Flip the photo. Flip the photo.
Flip the photo at least, so we got the next one. Oh my god, the night owl. The night owl. This, you had to reach out to Jay on this. You had to reach out to Jay on this.
We reached out to a lot of people.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. I was lit this night, as you can see. So there's a place called the 104 store in New York, and it's the only place that's open 24 hours out here in the country. It's a gas station, and they're like a sit-in restaurant. They just make shitty food. And as simple as that. Maybe someone would disagree with me if they watch this and say, the 104 store is good. And I'm like, it's really not that good. Like, don't hype it up. It's just the only thing available when you're drunk. And then when you're drunk, you eat it. You're like, fuck, that tastes good as fuck, right? Okay, so we were there, and it was like 4th of July-ish, and we're like, yo, maybe we can get some fireworks from here, because who knows what kind of ratchet shit they got. And someone pulled that out and was like, dude, they got this thing called a night owl here. Like, okay, well, how much is it? Like, $20. Like, okay, let's pick it up, whatever. So I think it was Jared Nardbomber. I'll say both names for anyone that doesn't know, but a lot of people know Nardbomber in my chat. That had like taken a liking to this, and he was also the DD because he doesn't drink. So he drove us back, and we were jamming some Blink 182. I remember this night vividly because this night was a blast. I remember this night vividly. Blink 182 in the car, full volume, drive my Mazda 3, and we were hyped for this night owl. And that was taken in the vehicle, I'm pretty darn sure. Why the liquor bottle was in there? We don't do illegal things. No. That thing wasn't open. So, anyways, that's the point. We were hyped for this night owl. We get back and we light this thing at like 3 a.m, dude. And it wasn't a firework. It was like a sparkler, loud thing. I don't even know how to describe it. And we had a video. Did he give you the video, Blade, or no for this?
Video.
Oh, fuck, man. The video says it all. The video says it all. Like, I almost gotta like find it and upload to Facebook and link it so you can watch it in the freaking what do they call it on YouTube? Yeah,
Playback. The video.
no, like, you know what I'm talking about? Oh, the description. You know what I'm talking about? Like, yeah, it's description where you can like link it, because we were like doing somersaults over this shit. It was like this loud thing. Those green little eyes lit up, and it made like this loud ass fucking screeching noise. And we were doing this. My dad was asleep. My grandmother lives next door. We didn't give a shit. We just ran that thing in the backyard. I was like, what? In the backyard. My dad's like, I thought someone across the street was setting them off. We're like, nope, that was 100% in your yard. And that was the night of the night owl. And we still bring that thing up. And I think that we tried to find another one online. You can still buy those. If anyone's ever interested and wants to try one out themselves, maybe that's what we do. Maybe I do a little CTA here. Maybe a little more call to action. Anyone watching, go buy yourself a night owl. Just light it off in your kitchen. Don't actually do that. Light it off in your front yard when your parents are asleep. You know, I think that's it.
Did you try to make that face again?
Which one? How are you doing?
That's pretty good.
It's almost there.
Money. I mean, I didn't have that mustache thing going on. I gave up on that, by the way. Because my buddy's like, grow a mustache back. Well, you're like, chin. I'm like, no, dude. Like, it's the chin or it's nothing. Because if I grow the mustache, I just look like I'm trying too hard, right? If I try the whole goatee, it doesn't close. So these are the options I've been given.
I have a hard
trying
time
too
doing the
hard.
mustache.
Dehater, what are you doing over there? You like fart and you're trying to like hold in the smell?
No, yeah. This whole mustache thing is trying too hard. I just wanna...
Oh, no, for me. People that can actually grow a mustache, it's fine. For
So,
me,
you took this photo in the Mazda? You said you were driving a Mazda?
a Mazda?
A
Wait.
Mazda.
Oh,
Fucking
sorry.
Canadian.
No, I'm French Canadian, right?
Mazda. Yeah, a Mazda. A Mazda 3.
So, where does your fascination for Camaros come into play?
My oldest brother. He was a Chevy guy, Chevy Camaro guy. He had a Chevy when we were growing up. He's 7 years older than me. My oldest brother, not my brother Ronnie. And He had one. He took me for a ride in it. I'm a fucking piece of shit. When I was growing up, being the youngest sibling, I was excited about everything I did with my older siblings. I'd be like, Mom, he fucking drove us 90 down the road. And my mom would be like, what the fuck did you do that for? And Shane would be like, I'm never taking you on the fucking road ever again. Like, you just blew that for yourself. But I'm like, this Chevy Camaro is cool, you know? And so that's where the love came from. The Mazda is just efficient and it's good on gas. But I always told people, hey, if I make it big, you're not going to see me like Dr. Disrespect with a Lambo. I'm going to get a Camaro. We'll do some cool things to it, and we're going to call it a day, and it'll be under $100,000. It will never be fucking how many million he probably put into his Lambo, right?
So you're not sold on like the whole Tesla thing when you make it as like a influencer?
No,
That's
Elon scares me. Elon scares me. I'm impressed by him, but he also scares me. Like, I don't know what's going on with that dude. So, yeah, no, I've had one Camaro. I don't know if they supplied you any photos of that. It was a 1985 Chevy. And it was in really good shape, but I just didn't have the time to really like keep it maintained, so I just sold it. But that was my second car, and I had a Chevy Impala as well. And unfortunately, that thing being a modern vehicle from Chevy did not hold up, so that's why I went back to Mazda. So I've had two Mazdas and the Chevy. I wish I could be like, oh, I love Chevy like way more, but American made sometimes just struggles. All right, and some people in the chat are probably gonna be, I say chat. Some people are like Ford. That's what your problem was, but whatever, dude. Anything American made right now in the vehicle industry is kind of poo-poo. So Mazda's for life right now. All right. Let's see this photo. This was the old clothing brand. Well, you say, what's this? What's going on here?
Cursed.
A really, really hot sex scene for Pornhub. You guys give me the scenario.
Two
Go
cameras,
right now.
One jack-o'-lantern.
Oof. Emphasis on the jack, if you catch my drift.
Are you the person behind the pumpkin?
No, no, that's actually Ronnie. I'm the dude in that red hoodie, to my belief. Because those hands don't look like mine. Those are my brother's hands. You guys wouldn't know that, but those hands look like my brother's hands. They're more gangly, long, and skinny. I mean, mine are not gangly. Well, I don't know. You guys tell me. Are they gangly, long, and skinny? I feel like my brother's hands are definitely a little bit more. Anyways, besides the point, that was just a shoot. That was a cursed Vyrus shoot. Wow, imagine a collab. That was a cursed shoot for a fall collection back in like 2016 maybe 2015. I don't know. Time flies.
So was that the first brand? Was Cursed?
Cursed Apparel was our first brand. Yep, and that was strict street, and we had semi-success with it. I'll always say my biggest brag for it, if someone were to ask, is we had a guy, I'm pretty darn sure, I'm like 90% sure he was affiliated with Disney, but he had a shit ton of a following, like 1 million on Instagram, and he reached out to us and was like, hey, I want to rep your stuff. And he repped it. He literally did. He wasn't lying. He didn't like take our stuff and run off with it. And then I think he wound up on a Netflix series, but then he ended up washing out. But that's modern day, so it doesn't really matter now compared to then. But that was the first brand with my brother and me, and then that guy, Chris, was one of the guys on the team. He also modeled for us. And then we had Jared, Nard Bomber, which you guys saw photos of. And then another guy, his name was Mike. And he wasn't any of the photos, but he's down south now. But yeah, this was just one of the collections. And we said, yes, carve a pumpkin. Let's put it on your head. It'll be perfect for the fall collection. We'll put like a really, really dark filter on it and it'll look dope. And the photos actually did come out dope for it. And people were like, whoa, like this is like a really cool idea. And I'm like, it's actually a really basic idea, but I guess it works. So yeah, that was Ronnie. Ronnie was inside that pumpkin head. And I was the guy with the phone, and that had his phone. And then I had my camera. I don't know what we were doing. Shenanigans. So we were in the backyard airstrip. And we still have an airstrip in my backyard where planes come and go. All right. That's where we were. But it's like a personal airstrip. Weird. Look it up on maps. One day I'll give you my address. You can look it up and be like, why is there a fucking big ass field? Planes land there. I don't know. My grandfather was really into that shit.
Interesting.
Yep. Interesting.
What do I have to do to
Dehater, what are you laughing about?
I love this.
You like the backstories of all this shit, don't you?
I love the backstory.
You're learning a lot today. I feel like a lot of people are going to learn a lot now. I'm going to have to 100% like on my stream be like, if you guys want all the story summaries of me on like things that I don't even remember until they like were shown to me, go watch this because you will be heavily entertained. And then I'm going to get hit with it. Why does it keep doing that window thing? And just do it again for you guys?
My bad. That's me.
Oh, okay. I thought it was me bugging something on my side. I'm like, am I pressing a button over here? Nah. So everyone's learning a little history about Sledge. You guys definitely have my mugshot. There's no way you don't have my fucking mugshot on this shit.
We might.
You have a
We
mugshot?
might.
You totally fucking
We
do.
might.
You
I don't
totally
know.
fucking do. All right. Let's go to the next one. What else
And then
you
we
guys
have
got?
to explain how you became 315.
Oh
the
my god,
first.
the origin fucking stories.
Yeah.
Holy fucking balls. Is that PUBG?
Looks like it.
Oh my god. Back the first time I tried to grow my hair out too. This is a second round. My hair is the second roundabout. This is not the first time. Yeah, that's where I started, right there in that downstairs. That story about the bees, the dog was right behind that chair. So to give you a little perspective on that story. But yeah, we started on a one screen Razer keyboard, got a decent setup with the lights because I thought that was cool at the time, but now I realize it doesn't really fucking matter because I don't put it on my stream. So yeah, all about that green, that color theme. And that was the first logo. We still have those shirts. I still have a few left because at the time you think, oh, let's make a fucking logo and put it on shirts and see how many people sell it because I'm famous. And then you realize you average 2 viewers and you had 2 sales, and then you wonder, well, I guess that makes sense. So that was the first ever Sledge logo right there. And you ask anyone that's been with me for that long, the logo's changed about 18 times. So that's the problem with graphic designers, right? We're like, always can do better, always can do better. And I don't even know if I was necessarily streaming in this right here as much as I was getting ready to do it. But I was definitely just gaming and hanging out with my brother. And maybe my homie Zach was there that night because I actually remember this night pretty well. But yeah, that's beginning right there on that small ass fucking desk that I currently don't have anymore because you realize real soon that is not enough space. That is not enough space, guys. So like, you got to rate it. Like, in
Well,
comparison to where
I don't
you
like
started.
sitting in the corner, right? Like that in itself is kind of like you've lost 4 points.
Okay.
The second computer is pretty good. Like we like that. If you only have one screen, that's fine. But
Yeah.
the chair is not like a DX Racer, so there's more points for that. Like you're not like
Yep,
sold on the
like
gamer
ass.
brand.
I'm gonna try to
Yep,
get my
elbow
my
form.
first setup.
You're gonna try to find it?
Yeah, I think I have it somewhere.
Okay.
The RGB adds a couple more points too as well,
Okay.
right? And you're still green, which is pretty
All
good.
right. So maybe
You've
a
got
2
the
potentially.
webcam, but you're losing a lot of desk space, right? Like there's a hat on there, there's like a statue on there, so like I don't know how like
It's
you're like
stupid
you're really
shit.
playing like this the whole time. So I don't know about that.
Yeah. This is me when I was 24 and stupid. I was like, yo, we can beat Tim the Tap, man.
Do you still get that that going live anxiety that some people get before? Like I know like especially like early streamers, but I feel like that's something that kind of like fades out maybe, or maybe it doesn't.
You want to know what? People talked about that, and that always confuses me while he's looking for his first setup. Like, I don't get nervous. I don't have to hype it up. I don't know what that is, but I'm also a very extroverted person. So I'm gonna walk into the room and I'm gonna be like talking to everyone, like even if I don't know them. And people are like, "This guy's on drugs," and I'm like, "I'm the DD tonight." And they're like, "Well, you seem like you're on drugs." Well, I'm like, "I'm just talkative, and that's weird to you." So even when back then I started streaming, because I was so experimental, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was more focused about everything working than, oh my god, there's 2, oh my god, there's 5 people watching right now. Like none of that ever hit me. You know what I mean? My biggest raid was from Overwatch Pro, and he hit me with 900 viewers. And all I remember doing was like being like, holy shit, holy fuck, that's crazy, dude. Thank you so much. Like, and being really excited about it. I wasn't like, oh man, like you see people like, holy fuck. I'm like, I'm not like
Sometimes people
excusing
cry.
that. Yeah, I'm not like discounting any of that, being like, oh, like you can't, that you're a little bitch. Like I'm saying, like I just don't react that way. Like it's fine that you react that way. I just don't. And people are like, how much money would it take to make you cry? I'm like, do I look like a fucking guy that's gonna cry? I'm very grateful, but I'm not gonna cry. Like you didn't just cure my cancer, dude. Like I appreciate that stuff, but I think it's just there's different personality types for everything. So some people will cry, and that's a great reaction. And I scream at the top of my lung, deep throat my mic, and run up my wall. That's what I do, and I think that everyone's different in that regard, So even in the early days, that stuff happened, and it was just shocking, and it always will be those experiences. But I don't know. I never burst into tears. I never feel under pressure, even at 1,000 viewers, 2,000 viewers. I just don't think I would. It would just be me not able to keep up my chat, and they'd be like, he doesn't fucking talk to me. That's the only difference I feel like that would happen, right? You missed my message. We all deal with that. You're ignoring the hater. You ignored me.
Please
No,
don't
I
spam
didn't.
in the chat. Please don't spam in the chat.
The hater straight ignored me because he doesn't like me. That's what people do sometimes. Not everyone. Anyone with a brain doesn't. Anyone that gets upset, I guess that's what they fucking do. They want to make you feel bad about it, right? So, but yeah, I don't know. I don't get that nervousness. To my memory, I don't. Some people have to like amp themselves up and stuff like that. Do you guys have any like rituals or anything like that, or you just pretty much like hit it?
I just hit it.
Yeah.
I try to do something physical before I get to stream. Like at least like that part, like not like at my desk by any means, but like maybe go for a run beforehand or like do something, right? Like so I can like really sit down and get into like the mood.
For sure. Yeah. I don't know. I guess just I don't half the time I just wake up in the morning. I'm like my noon streams, I'm like up, hit the stream deck, hit the thing. I'm like, all right, we're live and what's up? And
have you seen the Dr. Lupo like Gillette ad where he's just like, yeah, wake up in the morning, have my coffee, shave my face with Gillette Pro Fusion, and then you know, before I go live to thousands of million people, you know, I'm just vibing. And you're like, what does this have to? This is so tone deaf.
I know. He's like whatever about it. Yeah, nah. I don't know how they're in their situations like that. This is a quality photo though. Like what? This is a quality photo for your first shot. Wait, how long have you been streaming, you guys?
Like a year.
Not to interview you. A year?
And yeah, I only started because he started.
You guys have both been about like a year. Okay, word. How long have you guys been on Twitch, like familiar and like
own 3D Justin TV days?
Okay, you're OGs. Okay.
I guess I did stream like 8 years ago before college.
Just for the hell of it.
I should have streamed. I shouldn't have left.
Oh, for sure. Now it's just oversaturated, which we could go into a whole rant on. But
so my first setup streaming when I like came back into it, I had a standing desk. It's kind of hard to see. I'm like,
were you posing? Can you be honest?
I'm posing.
Were you posing here?
Yeah, I'm posing for sure. This is for.
You look like you're having a really fun time. Let me guess what game you're playing.
No game. I don't even use that controller.
Oh shit! So this is totally
real
fake.
Gamers are like looking.
I was playing Warcraft 3, so you don't use a controller. Yeah, I had a standing desk. It was a huge error. I remember like I'd be tired after 3 hours. I'd be exhausted because I'd be standing the whole time.
Yeah, screw that, dude. I'm sitting and hanging. God damn. Now I want to see the hater setup, but he says he doesn't really like have an initial.
No,
I remember the first stream setup.
My old setup was like a glass table with like an L and you know like the IKEA. Classic. Yeah.
Everyone dealt with that shit. Are we good with the photos? Am I good to recenter?
Oh yeah, recenter. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't want to like block them out. That way the focus helps out again because it was like a little fucking weird and blurry and shit. But yeah, I mean, Ronnie took that photo. I didn't take that photo, so I'm kind of grateful that he did because it's a nice little like timestamp, especially with what Twitch has been doing these days. Where like, oh, remove your VOD, remove your clips. Like if it's got music in it, you're like, oh, that's cool, dude. Like I'm actually sitting there heavily debating on deleting the whole thing now. The clips, I mean, the VOD's already cleared out.
You think you're gonna get DMCA'd?
I already got hit once.
Oh
really?
No.
Yeah. I already got my strike, so I've got to clear them out.
Do they email you?
Yep. Email.
I should check my email.
Would you consider turning off clips altogether? I had this conversation with a friend, and that is what a lot of people are doing is just disabling clips and VODs. But I feel like that's a huge reason why you'd even choose this platform because of how easy it is to streamline that kind of content.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't feel like my community is very heavy on clipping, but as of late, they've been very, very involved. It's been I feel like really, really like grateful and happy about where it's been, and a lot of people do clip, so it's nice. It's convenient, but you always drop the quality. You know what I mean? So like you clip it and then you go to download it, and then your quality's down. Like no matter how you look at it, you'd be better off to just download direct while you're doing, you know, like you record it and you stream at the same time, and then you take the direct quality rip, and then you just go back timestamp, right?
Exactly.
And that's probably why they're saying like just take clips off overall, like so you don't have to worry about it. Because if you have a live and you never have your VODs on either, they can't DMCA strike you, and you can play whatever you want. Because technically, if you're playing it live, you can't get in trouble. Correct?
Exactly. Yep.
Is that true?
Right. So yeah,
Yes.
I think it's live. You can't get in trouble.
Huh.
It's
So
only
that's the
because
biggest
it's
and
recording.
easiest workaround. Exactly. Is to just turn off clips, turn off recordings, all of it.
Yep. you just got to be careful that if you do take a clip from your download and you upload to something like TikTok or you upload it to something like Instagram, you can get DMCA strike there. So like, you've got to be weary of that.
Really?
Granted,
DMCA strike Instagram?
I don't know if
Yeah.
they have. Do you know, Dehater?
I'm almost certain they can, but I've never seen anyone really go to those lengths. That's the only
Okay.
thing.
Yeah, exactly. And I know TikTok, well, if they don't have that song in their thing, they'll mute the music automatically, have a filter. Because I've tried. Because I was like, I don't have a good fucking song to match this TikTok video. So we'll record the video while we have an amp playing the music, like in the live setting. And then we went to upload it and the music was gone. And I was like, where'd the music go? And like, I went into the settings and stuff and it was like, yeah, like we realized that you had licensed music in the background. And when you went to go post it, we filtered it out. And I was like, oh shit. So you can't do that. Yeah, that's just how it is. So you have to be careful of that kind of stuff if you play music heavily. But most streamers shouldn't have to rely on their music, I feel. And anyone that does is pretty original for the most part. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
have to worry about music because I like most of my shit goes on YouTube after. So I just a couple months ago I don't play music anymore, but it's just
Yeah.
lame.
It is. It is unfortunate. The thing that I'm happy about though is I'm a big local music guy because that's what like I grew up in. Like from 16 to 21, I'd say I played music. Um, so there's a lot of people that I'm connected with that still write music, that still play live shows, that still record stuff, and it's a great promotion tool for me to hook them up and be like, hey, can I like do you on Spotify? Like, yeah, cool. I'll throw you on the playlist. And then people are like, whoa, this rips. I'm like, yeah, this is like a guy that like is local to Syracuse. And they're like, whoa, that's crazy. Syracuse has a good hardcore scene. So like people like fucking Backtrack came from New York. So people are all about it.
Yeah, you'd be pretty hard pressed to like go to a Sledge315 stream and not hear like the Dead Ends or like
Yeah.
Create or something like that, right?
Yep. Or something just heavy hitting. Like I'm not typical in regards to that stuff, and that's like I stopped listening. I was like in Blade stream, and I heard like something heavy, and I stopped what I was doing. I was like, whoa, hold on, what the fuck was that? Like I like that shit way more than I like any fucking rap, hip hop shit like that. I respect those genres. I listen to them. Not as heavy though. You give me a heavy breakdown, or like you give me some fucking tough vocals, I'm there for it. And I'm happy because like the community, they're either they fuck with it or they grow acclimated into it. Because there's some people like I don't like this stuff, and by the end of it, they're like, yeah, and have you heard like the new blah blah blah? I'm like, yeah, like you're paying attention. Like, yeah, I'm like, I thought you said you didn't like metal. They're like, well, like lately I've been liking it, so it's cool. It's cool how music works that way, you know. People's got to give music a chance, and that's why I don't shit on rap and hip hop. It's just not a preference, you know what I mean? But I'll still listen to it. Like
For
Ari's
me
new album,
personally,
I
I could not have gotten into rap or hip hop if not for hard rock or not for like alt
right,
rock or any of that, right? Because
right,
that high BPM, like especially like the noise, like no noise gates or no anything, like it's all like they love peaking, they love.
yes,
So like that kind of like 100% like Blink or like early Linkin Park, all that stuff led me exactly
yeah.
to there.
Exactly. I think that when you learn the foundation of music in like what the compositions are and what it takes to write music like that, you respect it a lot. And then if you hear like those aspects integrated into other music, you can instantly respect it. Like jazz, that it can be the case. Sometimes even with the country, and people shit on country. Like I'm not a huge fan of country, don't get me wrong, but there's some talented fucking people in country that are just fucking shredding the guitar, and you're like, yeah, that's like no one's realizing it because it's country. But like, if you actually pay attention, like they will fucking murder you. Like, if you were like, "Yo, play this fucking metal riff," they'd probably be able to do it. Like, it's stupid. Um, so I respect every music genre. I'm never gonna be like, "Oh, that shit's dirt." Even like EDM stuff, even though I don't really listen to that stuff. But
K-pop,
people are
J-pop,
was it J-pop or K-pop?
both of them.
Bro, J-pop fucking rips. K-pop fucking rips. The chicks in K-pop fucking rip. There's not BTS is like the only K-pop that's like a male group that I really know of. But like Blackpink fucking murders it, dude. Oh my god, they kill it. And then like when you're talking about J-pop, which is like Kanabun and stuff, I don't know why they call it J-pop because this is a band.
It's hilarious.
But they call it J-pop. But like Kanabun rips, and people, like, what the heck is this? I'm like, well, Naruto opening. So like, oh yeah, I know what that is. I'm like, yeah, you only knew because of Kanabun, but whatever. Yeah, music's I could talk about that for years. Blade's probably sitting over here taking it all in because I know he's into music. So he's wearing his Vyrus hat. He's rapping. He knows what's up.
I'm trying to
What do you have
rap
to say
over
about this?
dubstep.
Wait,
Have you
like
listened to my
legit?
song?
Wait, which one?
I'll send it after.
You have to. Yeah. Anytime someone has any type of music projects, I want to know. And if you upload them to Spotify, I need to know because
You'd
I'll
like
make
it
it
a
part
lot.
of my playlist.
I've been trying to figure
Oh,
out how to get it on Spotify.
for sure.
I need to like go through a
Do you want me
distributor
to hook you
or
up?
something.
Yeah,
I can't
distributors.
figure
Yep.
it out.
Yeah, I'll help you out. I got some links.
Yeah.
They'll do like Amazon Music, Google Play, iTunes, Spotify. It depends on which ones you buy, but it's like a yearly rate. They'll be like, yeah, you can like upload all these songs for like $5 a year. And half the time, the plays will pay for it again and pay for it again and pay for it again for you. So you'll make income off the stream. So, yeah, it's cool. It's pretty straightforward. So, like a lot of local music still, even though they're not a band anymore, their music's still on there because it keeps paying for itself. So it's another thing that's nice that I can like share my playlist with my community. They'll listen to the local music here, and it keeps it recycled. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Ooh, side question: did you feel like there was like an entry fee to streaming? Like if you're someone who's new to streaming, like maybe you already have like the PC that can stream, but do you
Yeah.
feel like everything else around that, like maybe like I'm looking at your setup, like the lights or like the chair or like the atmosphere, the soundboard, like all that stuff. Did you feel like you kind of had to like pay your way in at all, or do you feel like it's very much like anyone can do it, turn on the camera, go live,
Anyone.
phone? Yeah.
Anyone can do it. I'm very much a guy that says you flip your investments, you flip your returns. I was never a person that was like, I'm gonna go buy this thing and hope that it gets paid for. I'm gonna put a donation bar up and it's gonna pay for itself. And once we get it, we'll go buy it, right? So I started, and I will always say this to people because the biggest discouragement for them is, I don't have a webcam, I don't have a computer, I can't do this, I can't do that. I'm like, I started on my Xbox and I use a MacBook as my direct line, and the only thing that I pre-purchased as the investment was the fucking game capture, and I ran that. And so I played Overwatch on my Xbox with my MacBook. That's not even really that well, compatible for OBS and shit like that. And just ran it. And then we did good. And then someone was like, I really fuck with you. Here's $20. Back in the day, I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. And I had a full-time job at the time. So I was paying my bills. And then I was like, I'll take that $20 and put it towards a PC case. And then I'd buy the case. And I'd show it on stream like, here's the case you just bought for me. And they're like, well, that's fucking crazy, And then you get a piece, and then you get a PC. And people aren't patient is the problem. You know what I mean? They just want to buy everything. I'll never forget one guy's like, I fucking spent $3,000 and I'm starting upstream. Like, you what? Like, you spent 3,000? He's like, I'm sure I'm gonna make it. I'm like, that's what everyone says though. Everyone says they're gonna make it, right? So you can't rush it. Like, you'd be better put to just be like, let someone else build your donation bar up and they'll know where their money's going. And then obviously you can put your money back into that and go from there. I mean, look at XQC, dude. What's he fucking run? A PC, a webcam that looks like shit, and he kills it. It's not, you know what I mean? You don't need to overkill your quality. You know what I mean? I love quality personally.
Yeah, I love quality, but I take it
Yeah.
as a hobbyist more than
Yes,
needed.
for sure. Like, I like my nice camera, but do I need my nice camera? No. Like, will the same people probably still pull up? Yes. If they fucking leave you because your quality is scuffed, then like you don't even want them in the first place. I'm like, get the fuck out, dude.
True.
It's like, your quality of your webcam. I'm like, your quality of your life's shit. Get out of here, dude. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'll hit him with it. Dude, nah, it's like the number one thing. I'm like, you guys don't want to do this little comeback war with me on stream because I'm just going to say something that's probably not you at all, but make you really contemplate it. So,
would you ever engage in a rap battle?
Oh, a rap battle?
Like,
with this many...
For your ego. Not right now, just in general.
Oh, okay.
I mean, right now, sure. Yeah, fuck
I was like, Dehater just did that. Like, the one time I watched, I was like, okay, so rap battle for what? For what are we fighting for?
For like your life.
I don't like.
I
mean,
the
if
Sledge
it's my
brand,
life,
like you gotta give up Vyrus if you lose.
Oh shit! What the fuck? Is there any other options, or is this like
no?
High stakes only.
Well, then I would obviously. I would
that battle.
Am I winning it? Well, I better be. Otherwise, I'm fucked. Like, you're giving me no options. Like, you doing that, or you're losing everything. All right, are you gonna win it, or are you not gonna win it? Well, I fucking hope I'm gonna win it. Like, shit, dude. What you're right? It's like, yo, the BladeMaster Show right now. Like,
trading.
Are you gonna win this shit? Well, it's not even like that. Like, I don't know who are we going up against. Like, there's like factors here.
Sharky.
Oh yeah, dude, I got this. I got this easy. I got this easy, dude. Oh crap, yeah, no, confident as fuck, dude. If it's someone in my community like that, like, I don't know. Like, you guys have anyone in mind that we all know that could beat me in a fucking freestyle rap off? That be the person.
Okay, it's you,
probably
but like
Edward,
he's a
right?
shadow, right? Like it's like your nega form. Like,
wait, what do you mean me with a shadow? Oh, like that's what I'm going up against.
Yourself. Yeah.
I don't know about that, bro. I feel like I would play myself, so I don't fucking know. Like, I feel like Sledge Shadow me would be like better.
Are you your own worst enemy?
Ooh. I'm
You
pretty
can say
brutal,
no.
dude. No. Like, you're talking, like, with life and everything.
Yeah.
That's the deep one. Like, because kind of. Because, like, no one else holds me accountable. I hold myself accountable. And because I hold myself accountable, I beat the fuck out of myself on a day-to-day. Like, this got to be this way. This got to be done. I go to bed and this didn't get done, and I don't go to sleep. I get out of bed at 3 in the morning because my brain won't stop spinning, and I'm back on my desk working, even though I've got to stream at noon, and then I'm working until 5, and then I go back to bed, and my fucking animals are like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I'm like, "Because I'm not gonna feel good tomorrow, and my vibes are gonna be completely off." So sometimes it can get dangerous because I will stay up longer, or I'll push myself to the next level because I'm consistently trying to do better. Um, you get addicted to it. I don't know. I get addicted to it. So it's like you see success in one thing and it feels good. It's like an adrenaline rush, and then I want to do it more and more and more. So I'm not talking like streams specifically. It can be like my business, my design. I work with Cloud9. I just got this new offer with PFN, which is a football thing, and that kind of stuff just like pushes you. You're like, this is a client right here that's already established and they're reaching out to me. It's cool to get a startup, of course, but you never know where they're going to go. If it's already established and they're making, a pretty big name for themselves and they reach out to you, it's very, very like, wow, what an honor to work for you. And then you get that fucking adrenaline kick. Like, what can I do now? Now that I've worked with this person, is there one day that I could work with Mikey and do a side project of something, A lot goes into it. So yeah, sometimes I do feel like I'm my worst enemy. Like I can be a little dangerous on myself. Not like self-harm or anything, of course, but like pushing myself to like maybe a limit that's a little bit too like it's not realistic. Yeah.
Are you pretty routine, like focused? Like it's always like this at this time, this at that time, or do you find yourself kind of being like riding waves of like sporadic energy, or like are you someone who's like very much focused, like it has to happen now?
In terms of schedule, the only thing that's scheduled is my streams. Um, but like you talk about routine in regards to working out. I'm going to work out once a day. It doesn't matter if it's the first thing I do when I wake up or I woke up late. I need to get going for my stream so I'm on time. And then I cut that stream early so I can work out afterwards without, burning my energy. I think I'm structured in that regard. But I don't have like time blocks. You know what I mean? Like I'm not like, oh, it's time to go to bed at like midnight. Like if I'm, like I said, like I crawl out at like 3 in the morning in my bed to get work done. I'm going to do that. You know what I mean? Um, so I think that's a pretty simple answer. I don't think I need to really elaborate much more on
Yeah.
that. But I mean, I get what I gotta get done. That's the priority. Not leave other people hanging, not leave my business or stream or anything else down. I don't like to let things down, like let people down, like groups, my company, my employees, anything. Like I want to make sure everything's squared away before I call it a night for myself. Take care of others before myself. Essentially the rule.
Have you grown to be this person you are today, or do you feel like that was more of like you had to like get here?
I
Like,
think
or
it's
were you always this
developmental.
way?
I think it's
Okay.
developmental. I think that you build upon what you're surrounded by. So obviously, like 3 years ago, Vyrus wasn't a thing. I work for my dad. I was with him for 7 years, and you learn a lot when you're the guy that's handling the 1.5 mil for the 3 companies, and you've got to take a lot of responsibility into your hand at the age of 23, 24, and you're like, fuck, like this is all on me. And then it's easy to walk home though and be like, that money wasn't my money. I'm getting my paycheck. That's my dad's money, right? But when it's your shit, it's a completely different fucking story. Like you've got to be held accountable for everything. One slip up's on you. You know what I mean? I thought I was good on my budget like the other week, and my designer was like, "Yo, you owe me like a few hundred for design." I'm like, "What? I paid you for that?" He's like, "No." I'm like, I'm like, "Fuck." And it's not like, "Oh, fucking, you have to wait a few weeks." Like, boom, here's the hundreds. Boom. Like, fuck, that hurts me, but whatever. You've got to be responsible for everything that you fucking do. So yeah, I think it's developmental. Like, I think as it comes and it's presented to you, you have to handle it and you have to learn to like get yourself squared away, scheduled, and taken care of. I don't think it's something that I've carried.
What do I gotta do to become a Vyrus model?
A Vyrus model? Send me dick pics and we measure.
Oh.
Oh,
Can I send my girlfriend's dick? My,
Is it your girl? Is it your girl?
she's a trap. Well,
Oh, okay.
you
So,
know, got
I
a
mean,
huge dong.
submit, and maybe if it's a good day, I'll just be like, yo, we're game, No, I mean, honestly, when it comes to models and stuff, one of the biggest problems for the brand, in my opinion, is everyone thinks they're the best fucking model on the goddamn planet. And even if
I
you're a good
am the
looking,
best model on the goddamn
no,
Is
planet.
that the
exactly. Here goes
energy you
Blade.
should be leading with, though?
Here
Like,
goes
is
Blade.
it not? Like,
No, like, like people, oh, I would love to like model for you. And I'm like, well, cool. Like you're a good looking person. Like anyone, like it doesn't even fucking matter if you're a good looking person or not, to be honest with you. Like I model, I'm not good looking. So like you just got to know what you're doing when it comes to being in front of a camera. And that's the shit that I'm starting to look for, especially like now that I've been doing like a lot more just paying everyone, like paying my photographer, paying the models. And that's why I model most of the time. It saves myself a little bit of money because like the people that I want to do it, they're charging like $200 a fucking set,
I'll do it
So
for
like,
free, like for the
exact. Well,
free
I bet you
t-shirts.
would. You want?
No, just like I'm doing you a service. I'm
Oh
beautiful.
no, but yeah, for sure. But the other cool thing though is like eventually, like I do want to like fly at least nationwide for now because of COVID. And square away some of the guys that are on the Vyrus team and get them photo shoots done as well, just professionally, just because I want to take care of them and because it's really cool to have them repping the stuff for their streams and content as well. But yeah. I
So
mean,
do you
could
have
model.
plans to do like a Vyruscon or anything like that? Like,
Yo, shut the fuck up. You've been
Vyruscon in
listening in. You've been
Syracuse.
listening in. I know, dude. I've been thinking about a VyrusCon. I don't know how it would start, how it would go. But yeah, it'd be cool as fuck. Because Syracuse does not do a good job organizing events. And then when you try to get into those events, they're like, we can't. I'm like, I'm a gaming fucking base clothing company. Like, well, we got fucking Dinosaur Barbecue coming in, and they need a spot. I'm like, why? Why do they need a spot? They fucking sell food. Well, you know.
Chuck E. Cheese holds like 80 people. I mean, you could just do it there, right?
Yeah, I could. I could do the Chuck E. Cheese Vyrus takeover. But no, we're talking about a VyrusCon. The problem is right now, I feel like the first year it would be content creators, at least just just them, maybe the significant others or something, or a plus one. And what the problem is a lot of people want in because it's like obviously I've made so many fucking friends to the community, so like you want to invite more than that. But it's like how much fucking space do you think I have? Like I don't own a resort. Like I'd have to pay for it or they'd have to pay for it. So like that's the stuff. But no, like, we're actually talking about that like on a serious note. Maybe next year, next summer. So, although Dehater might be grinning like, no, that won't happen. Don't fucking doubt
Yo,
me.
as long as I'm in Vyrus by then, I'm not mad.
Yeah,
But if
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not, then I'm kind of like, I guess I'm missing the first con.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, it'd be really cool. Like, I look up to companies like LiveFit, even though they're not a gaming industry, they're workout industry. And he takes care of his fucking people. And that's like the stuff in this, like, that's where I model my brand. I'm like, what do I need to do to make it feel like it's valuable enough? Without just bringing everyone fucking and be like, you're in. And then everyone's like, yeah, you just got to be friends with Sledge. And then you join the fucking team. I'm like, I don't want it to be like that. Yeah, like that's the problem, And I feel bad because there's a lot of great creators, but it's a business at the same time. And I just can't if I hand it out too much, it's going to become like Rogue Energy, which is what we're affiliated with. And they seem very watered down because of it. This is not even like a shit on them type of thing. It's like why does G Fuel do so well? It feels so much more exclusive. So, it's just business. But yeah, the Vyrus kind of be a fucking cool fucking thing, dude. We'd all do a line. We get in a line.
Like a line
to play
of
Smash. We get in a line to play Smash Bros.
Oh, not okay.
Nope.
Not the Dolly Parton.
Nope.
So are you someone who thinks they could take on 100 or 1,000 horse-sized ducks, or like one horse-sized
Duck-sized horse.
I think you're a little out of it. Wait,
Yeah, you fucked up the analogy.
Yeah,
one duck-sized horse is small. I think you did it backwards. The amount one horse-sized
duck. Yeah.
Or 10,000. I would take on the fucking one.
New
question. You know the term divide and conquer? That shit's terrifying.
Do you know how to defeat a bear?
Run down a hill.
Oh, they can't run down hills?
They can't run down hills.
Really?
At least not well. That's what I've heard.
Oh,
so yeah, run down hills. Blade's like, fuck, I thought that was gonna be more in depth. Nope. Yeah. Just run down the fucking run down the hill. Run down the hill, baby. Nope. What else you guys got for me?
I hit a lot of the questions.
I'm about to say we covered a lot of ground, I felt.
If there was one do you have one huge goal that you're looking to complete by the end of this year? Like, do you have a goal in mind that's kind of like I've made it moment for yourself that you have in mind? Yeah.
I got a lifetime goal.
Yeah.
Both my parents a mill. So retire them, both of them, because they work way too fucking hard and they've dealt with my bullshit. I wasn't like a bad kid. I just think that what they came from and what they worked for to get to and the things that they've allowed me to do with my life that's a lifetime of being grateful for it, and you don't realize it until you get older, when you're a kid, you're like, oh wow, like they need to do that because they're your parents, but no, like you guys don't realize like my parents and my four, there was four of us, so including me, slept on the concrete floors of a place maybe about as big as my apartment, on the floors though, not a bed. And my dad worked on that. My mom worked to take care of all the kids. And, my dad's now built up multi-million-dollar companies. My mom's done very good in her craft business, and they just won't stop. And my problem is like they need to fucking take a break. They need to fucking enjoy their lives. And so that's what I strive for, number one. So if like let's say I have 2 mil in the bank, that's where it's going first, like parent and parent. And then after that, I'll take care of myself, or we'll fucking figure it out. That's a big lifetime goal of mine. Obviously, it's more so a lifetime goal for them because obviously kind of pertinent on them to see. I mean, like I can't wait 30 years on that. So that's kind of like the motivator. You know what I mean? Like eventually they'd be too old and like to enjoy it. They're both in their mid 50s right now. So like they're chilling. Like if I did this in 5 years from now, I'd be able to do that. But like if you're talking about personal goals and stuff like that, partner is a big one. But I'm not very like forceful on that. I'm not like, oh, I used to be, and I fucking hate it now.
Yeah,
And
I feel like
look at
everyone
myself.
has been, and
I think everyone has that.
who started to get close to it, because I was there, and then I learned that partner doesn't mean shit. It's
Doesn't
just
mean
a
shit,
badge.
dude. It doesn't mean shit, dude. Only thing I ever want, and people keep asking, what's the one thing you want from partner? I'm like, more fucking emotes. Just give me more emotes, dude.
Yeah, true.
Like, that's all I give a fuck about, dude. Like, everything else, they give you an affiliate already, so I don't give a shit, dude. Like, I know that probably about 50% of the affiliates that I know do better than the partners on Twitch, which is stupid as fuck. But you guys know what I'm talking about. There's those partners that have ins, or those partners that got washed out, and they're sitting at fucking, 5, 6, 7, whatever. And they barely stream because they don't give a fuck because they got there so easy, they take it for granted. And there's people that actually work hard. And there's a lot of creators I'm thinking in my head right now that deserve it, and they've deserved it for years. And I've watched them, and I've supported them, and I'm like, I cannot fucking believe they can't get there yet,
Yeah, that's why Twitch is can be a scuffed. I mean, this is the whole thing, a scuffed
Yes.
platform, because there's so many people, say like you and I, who are like legit streaming full time and probably pulling like enough weight to be a partner, but they're just so.
They made their recs, you know what I mean? And they're just following them by the rules, but I think they're a little bit like up and down. Like I think they should look for more consistency, in regards to how many hours you stream a month and how many people are coming in and out. And that should gauge it, because there's so many partners that get partnered and they stream once a month. They're like, I want a quick, I want to make some cash really quick. Make a bunch of bits, make a bunch of fucking subs, and then call it. I know people right now, as I'm saying it, that do exactly that. And you can do it, you're a partner, so do what the fuck you want. But it's just weird. It's just a weird concept to me. There's a lot of people that deserve more than that. But it's just a metric. It's just a metric. That's why I've been working more on other social medias. I was watching you guys' podcasts. I don't know if it was with you two or if it was Blade and Nasty. I don't know. You guys are talking about like we're talking about organic growth on Twitch and stuff, and like how it doesn't really exist. And like you guys are like talking about other ones that you got to get like popular on. And like oddly enough, like Instagram works well for me, but it takes a lot of time for me. But I connect with people, and I think that's what a lot of people kind of miss out on. They just want to be like, I'm hot shit. Like I don't have time for you. Whereas like on Instagram, like I'm like finding some really cool people, but you got to take the time to actually get to know them. You can't just take the time to be like,
you got to be in people's DMs and stuff and in comments, and it works out.
Yes, exactly. And I've met some awesome communities. I met some awesome people through it, and it's really nice too because I can find these communities. I'm able to watch their content. And I'm able to raid them, and like they might be brand new to Twitch and they're pulling less than 10 or maybe a little over or something. I can hook them up and make their day. But like at the same time, I know that where I'm sending my people, they're gonna go to a good community. It's not gonna be like sometimes you'll raid someone and be like, holy fucking shit, I wish I never did that. You know what I'm talking about? We all have had that moment where we fucking raided someone and they said something and you're like, oh well, fucking shit. Like that's not what I thought was gonna happen,
I've had a really crazy one. I've had a couple crazy ones like that, but I've had a really crazy one. This person said no names, but fuck her, I don't give a fuck. She didn't want to be rated, and she got really upset and banned everybody in the chat because I rated her. It was like so crazy, man. It was a whole thing.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, mine's like someone dropped an N-bomb because they were so stoked. I was like, what the
Oh,
fuck are you doing,
I mean,
my
that's pretty
guy?
bad,
You
too.
can't do that. Like, that's not a reason to drop that word. Like, there's never a reason. There's never a reason. So, yeah, either that or they don't even see the raid come through. Like,
oh yeah, chair stream.
oh, what the fuck's happening?
Stream ends.
What the fuck? Oh, thanks. They get back to their game. You're like, what the fuck was that, dude? Like, I'm not looking for you to fucking freak out, but I feel like you didn't even know what happened. But that happens. But you know, it's like I had a guy that we rated and I met him on Instagram and he got like emotional about it and his mom just passed from cancer like a week prior. And so he's just like trying to get his mind off it and just like stream. And he's just like never seen that many people in his chat and he's freaking out. And like that shit I fuck with like hard. I'm like, oh, that was like really fucking cool. And like, I didn't know any of that back history. I just was like, this guy's a good dude. I met him on Instagram. He's very talkative and he seems like he actually wants to get involved. He's not sitting here like, oh, here's a network opportunity. I can use Sledge as a fucking billboard. That's my number one line. Don't use me for a fucking billboard or I will fucking billboard you. Like, goddamn. But yeah, stuff like that.
Does that mean
Cool.
throw me into a billboard like violently?
Off the building.
Oh, no, like my dick is the billboard and your face is your face. Like fucking GG's. Like, no, I don't know. It doesn't happen very often. Every so often you'll get someone that
do you
just
swing both ways?
I mean, if it takes 2 times that I gotta fucking hit him, yeah, sure, but usually just once,
That was
the one.
That was a great dodge.
Yeah, no. That's kind of the breakdown on that. But no, I wanted to kind of like real quick because I was like, I want to like kind of talk about that a little bit because I think like you guys were like, like Instagram's like iffy, but I'm like, actually, I think it's wherever you want to put the work in.
That's true. Yeah.
I think it's wherever you want to put the work
like
in.
knowing yourself and what kind of content you want to produce in my mind, and just like executing. That's it.
100%.
I found Instagram's bad for my stuff, but it's not bad for everybody.
Conditional.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I agree with you guys. I think someone said Twitter was like, you got to be witty, and if like you can do that, you can pop off, and that's why like for Vyrus, Sabrina kills it for Vyrus. I don't know if you guys paid attention to that Twitter page recently, but she's just been blowing it the fuck up. So like she's got one going out tomorrow, a tweet, and she sent it to me, and I was fucking dying. I'm like, you got to be kidding me, you made this. She's like, I'm so proud of it. I'm like, I'm proud of you because like I would have never had the time to come up with this. Like, that's why, some people just kill it in different ones. Like, she kills it on Twitter. I fucking suck on Twitter. I'm like, I want to fucking kiss your dad. And people are like, oh, that's funny. And that's it. You know what I mean? I'm not like, I have no more thought process for Twitter. And then Instagram's like, I can just post a photo of the leaves. And people are like, that's so fucking cool, bro. Vibe. And I'm like, sweet. Like, that works. It's weird. It's weird. And now Blade's on YouTube and I'm not. You know what I mean? Like, so everyone's got their market.
Bro. I got 2 channels.
Yeah, what was your other channel do? I didn't even know you had another one.
So on my other channel, this is like my main channel for now. I post Warcraft 3, but the way it works is like YouTube can become so specialized, and I also like it just works for me. Like I can do it. Like right now, I post 6 videos a day. So if I were to post my if I were to post my podcast on my Warcraft channel, it just would get drowned out.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
It'd be way too much. It'd be, and they wouldn't even be really looking for the podcast because they obviously have what they're subscribed for, which is Warcraft.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
This channel, I'm trying to like start off with the podcast and do like all my highlights and like high quality vids. I want to like vlog and do some weird shit, but
for sure.
I've really been enjoying YouTube. I feel like it's far more 1-to-1 and like work put in. Also,
for sure.
I'm gonna like just gas myself up, but like I got really good at the fucking thumbnails and the SEO. It's
dude,
crazy,
fucking pop off of the DIY shit, dude. DIY is where it's at. I fucking hype people up when they do that shit, dude. Like, oh, I made my own thumbnail. I'm like, that's actually fucking dope. Because like I don't want to make your thumbnail anyways, so don't hire me.
Oh, bro,
like,
my thumbnails are flame.
Yeah, nah, like that's where it's at, dude. Like, if you can just fucking figure out how to go from A to B on that fucking shit and run it like in every aspect. Like when I was like, yo, so how do you like do your fucking video? And you told me the whole entire backside of it. I'm like, oh, word up, that fucking works. You know what I mean? You've got a systematic, make a thumbnail, boom, call it.
Yeah, that's why I enjoy YouTube. Is I can do I do everything. Like I don't need to pay somebody for thumbnails.
Yeah, exactly. It's no loss on you. No loss on you. And then it's only positives if it like once it starts taking off. You don't have to worry about like, oh, we have to pay like an editor or pay like this guy to make thumbnails. No, yeah, YouTube's a cool place. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll get back on it for like art and stuff because I keep saying I will, but I don't know if I want to do like the informational stuff anymore because it's just so
It's a
tough
lot
to
of
keep up
work,
with.
man.
It's a lot of work, but
I
it
mean,
stays
Very
on forever.
specialized skill. Yeah, 100%.
Stays on forever though. So like this, I can promote this for as long as I want. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I hope that a lot of people watch it, type of thing. In the last podcast I was on, I like hyped it up and like, holy shit, like we never had this type of, like viewership on our pod. Granted, it wasn't a video; it was just like on Spotify and iTunes and shit. But so yeah, no, like I want people to like get to know your channel, and then they can also find out some information on stuff that I don't get the chance to talk about on stream. Because there's just like those photos you brought up. Holy shit, dude! Unexpected, unexpected. Are you guys able to tell me who the fuck those were yet or no?
Yeah, maybe not.
Oh my
That's the
god!
haters. I didn't do that.
Oh my god! The hater did his fucking IP hacking, sneaking around, motherfucker.
We'll save that for another talk.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna hit him with a Vyrus interview. Like, okay, you're joining Vyrus, but we gotta ask you a few questions. So, what kind of games you play? Oh, I play
No.
Fortnite. Where'd you get the information on Sledge? Well, fuck. Fuck. Answer to you're not on the team. I have power to hater. It's not
I
that much
respect it.
power.
It's not here. Not here.
It's not that much power. But all right. Is there anything else, or where we going with this? I rant, dude.
We're close to
talk
the
a lot.
end. I mean, we could wrap up anytime. We're at 150. So we did
Okay.
we talked about everything I had, and a little bit
Cool.
more. If you want, we can just do like a wrap up, like what's the state of Vyrus right now, talk about what the drops, like all that shit. Got any drops coming? Yeah, got any previews, sneak peeks?
I don't have any prepared.
Okay,
But I
fair
can
enough.
vocalize. As maybe a little CTA because I love that shit. Like, ooh, like find a little sneak peek on some shit. And people, fucking, like, fuck, man. If it didn't work, I wouldn't be doing it. You know what I'm saying? We got our winter drop coming up, and I hope that's not gonna be pressed for time because we had a delay on our fall one, unfortunately. But the winter drop is probably going to be mid-December or after the holiday. I don't want to do it like, Christmas week. People be like, what the fuck? That is weird. It's either before or after. So you're either going to see it in January or December. And I got to figure out what I want to announce to you guys right now because this is the shit where I got to rifle it off. Maybe I do the big one right now. I just do the fucking big one right now. Do I do the big one right now, guys? Or do I
think this is the
like,
time.
I feel it. So basically, our brand is getting to custom features, and when you talk about gaming and customization and things like that, like it's all about customization, like making your skins unique and stuff like that. And I thought to myself, okay, well, like what kind of clothing brand do to kind of like integrate that in? And it's nothing like crazy by any means. I don't want to be like, holy fuck, that's crazy. It's just like a basic idea that I thought would be cool. For like jackets and some of the other things that we have. This next drop coming up is going to have 2 that have the ability to customize, but we're going to have Velcro patches. Okay. So these Velcro patches are basically, you're gonna get a jacket. It's gonna have spots, blanks, and it's gonna have the availability to put whatever patches you want on it. So if we do collabs with other companies, we do collabs with our streamers, they'll be able to get a custom patch that you can rep that person. So let's say we pick up Dehater for the Vyrus team, right? And he has a logo, right? And we do an announcement release. We're going to do these special patches that are the Hater X Vyrus. And then people can pick those up. They can smack them on their jackets. They can rep fucking Dehater on their fucking jackets.
Fucking go.
So as simple as that, we're going to have exclusive ones to each drop. So once they're gone, they're gone. So, you pick up one for the winter drop, smack it on there, take pride in it. If someone says, hey, like, I want to go back in the store, why they sold out? Be like, because they're fucking forever sold out. Like, you get them or you don't type of thing. It's a rarity item. So that's something that was in the works, and it takes a lot just because there's more cut and sew involvement on those. It's not just printing something on a shirt. It's like I got to coordinate with a seamstress, which is a pain in the ass, which I would not suggest for a lot of people to do. But if it's something you're ready to do, do it. Make sure you got the right connections for it because they can botch that shit. That's the newest thing. That's the newest hype. So yeah, you guys heard it here first. You guys,
Damn,
whenever
this is
the
the first
release,
time, bro. What?
yeah, because they've been fucking punching on me for it. They're like, yo, what the fuck is it? What the fuck is it? And I'm like, I'm not gonna like tell you. I'm not gonna tell you, but you know what? I appreciate you inviting me on, and I think that's a pretty good little, exclusive. Yeah, so people can get excited about that. This new drop will have 3 unique ones. One will be a standard, and 2 will be unique. And we got some other cool stuff integrated into that. But I'm not gonna say what that is. Like, you'll see it when you see it, and you'll be like, okay, I see where they're going with this. Like, you'll get it. But it has to do with your computers and involvement of like going digital with a clothing brand. That's all I'm gonna say.
The
And you're
virus is here, baby.
like, you don't get it right now, but when you get it, you're gonna fucking get it. And you're like, okay. Yeah. So we're trying to be creative. We're trying to be ahead of the game. Like I said, meta threads, Darken. Like, yes, they've got a lot more investment money, but do they come up with cool ideas for community involvement, things like that? I think they fall short. So that's the stuff I'm thinking of. So yeah, I think that's it. I mean, we had a rebrand for my channel. A lot of people know about that already. But in terms of announcements, I think the winter drop's probably the next big hype.
Oh yeah. All right.
How's that
So
hat, dude?
thank you, Sledge. We'll do a little lovely I'm BladeMasterRUSH. If you're here from I forgot to do this in the beginning. Fuck. If you're here from Spotify, SoundCloud, we got a whole YouTube video with the slideshow and the this and that and the visuals. So come through, drop a like, drop a comment. Make sure you subscribe. I'm desperate, bro. Fucking please subscribe, dude. Anyway, so Dehater is a Twitch streamer. We got all the socials, so I don't really need to plug it. And Dehater 4 on Twitter. That's the only one. And yeah, I'll let Sledge do his own outro. But Vyrusco.com, links in the comments and description if you want to, peruse your way through the Vyrus website, through Sledge's
all
Twitch.
Sold out.
All sold out. Can't even buy anything. Sorry.
Yeah, good luck. Yeah, so like I said, Vyrusco, we're going to be doing a winter drop here. It's Vyrusco with a Y, not an I.
Virus with a Y.
All right, and if you can put that in the description, I'd appreciate that. But it's the same on every social media. We got our YouTube, our Twitch, our Twitter, our Instagram. It's spelled the same, Vyrusco across the board. So you can't miss it. You can't mess it up. Once you get it once, you'll get, perfect the others, other times. And the last thing is, if you guys want to catch me on Twitch, it's Sledge315. And just be warned, it's very vulgar. It's definitely not up the range of what we did on here. So yeah, that's it. And thanks for supporting this and supporting BladeMaster and having me on. I appreciate you guys. And anyone that's gotten to this point, you guys are the real ones. You know who you are. If you watched the whole goddamn thing. If you didn't, then you're a bag of puss. I don't know what to tell you.
Guys, 70% of the people who watch these videos aren't currently subscribed. Please, if you made it this far, please give a thumbs up, leave a comment in the description. Please also, you won't know when the adult film comes out next week, so keep tuned for those. And keep us looked out in the highlights and the recently uploaded. Boys, that was another great BladeMaster Show podcast. Give it up for your three hosts.
We got an AMV coming possibly at some time. Dehater run.
You say an AMV? Get out.
He does the AMVs. He's a dark.
You make AMVs?
He has 2 or 3 on his channel.
Yeah, one got copyright blocked. So
oh man, you probably played Papa Roach, didn't you?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, everyone does it. Everyone does it once.
You got copyright striked already?
I didn't cut the video enough, so then they were like, "That's ours," and I was like, "Oh, I don't know."
Did you get striked?
I got they just didn't even upload it. They're like, "This is private, unlisted. Re-edit it." And I was like, "All right, whatever."
Yeah, I was sneak peek or preview. My next song, I was gonna ask you if you wanted to AMV it.
Yes.
Oh, but I guess I can't get copyright striked.
No, it'll be fine. I'll edit yours more. When I did this one, I got kind of lazy. That's why I got hit.
How do they? We'll talk for another time. Thank you for watching. Cue the outro music that won't be playing. Farewell.
Ring.
Let's go, boys.